ultimate purpose is not survival. It's finding purpose in what you love. I'm pumped to be branching out and being like, hey, we're going to sit down and have a couple-hour podcast. Is it?
Is it, dude?
Jesus Christ.
We just like talked for 5 minutes. I'm like, is it though?
It's not bad. Like
I've always been inspired by this shit.
Dude, that pizza was so greasy.
It was disgusting.
It was not disgusting.
Disgusting.
Don't leave the venue till like 2:30 in the morning. It's a little bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's part of the shtick. So
Yeah.
What bar were you talking about that you read on?
They're oh god, it's been so long. It's like a barn style bar, and
Like
I think
in Jackson
it's
area?
yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's like a standalone bar. I went there on a poker ride.
Mm-hmm.
You ever done a poker ride? I
No.
don't know, do you guys ride?
No.
Okay.
No, but
I got a moped.
Yeah, we got some people that are
Hell
stopped
yeah.
that ride.
Listen, a moped is way more fun than a motorcycle. I'm
dude,
not
it's-
even gonna lie.
It's a good time, especially with the price of gas, dude. That shit's clutch right now.
You guys still get the waves like from the motorcyclists going down the road.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Yeah, they don't discriminate.
Dude, I do. I don't wave. I don't
He's
wave
like,
to fucking
I'm that guy.
mopeds. Fuck's sake. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not sure where that fucking that bar is at. I was on a ride where I was just like following the pack, you know.
Yeah.
It was like a charity ride where you basically bar hop and like spend $20 and the money goes to somebody.
Wait, so if you were doing a motorcycle ride, then you were probably, I would assume, like going to like a motorcycle club of sorts. Is that?
That one, I think that one started at Motor City Harley.
Okay.
And then there's always interference with my phone from this old ass thing.
Dude,
I need to get a new Zoom. But yeah, I think it started at Motor City Harley, and then we kind of like made a circle down and around to like downriver and whatever.
Okay.
And then, you know, so it was like a couple 100-mile ride if I remember right.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
I was just honestly trying to think of where it would have been at. Like,
Yeah, I can't really think of one.
Yeah, I can't even.
well, I'm like, if I look it up, you guys are gonna be like, oh, it's in Romulus, you fucking moron.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
not even the right
yeah.
spot. But I'm like fairly certain it's
Yeah.
Jackson. Hell yeah, dude. But thank you for coming out, man.
Yeah,
No,
for
thanks
sure.
for having us, dude.
I have so many musicians and so many comedians come on, and like normally I'm like, oh, they're cool, or like, oh, they're all right. And then I put you guys on at work today. I was like, this band fucking rips.
Hell yeah,
Hell yeah,
dude.
no,
Hell
thanks,
yeah,
dude.
dude. Honestly, I was gonna ask you, like, how did you even come across like our information? I guess is like.
I do a combination of things. I use the forbidden AI systems.
Oh, no.
I use the oh
Shun
my
the
god.
non-believer.
I use the awful, terrible, fucking whatever Israel feeding fucking machine or whatever the fuck people want to
God,
say.
yeah.
But so sometimes I use AI to try to find like emerging artists in
Yeah.
a specific niche in Metro Detroit.
Yeah.
Or I like just post on group pages.
Yeah.
So like I'm a part of like a million different group pages on
Same,
Facebook. So I
dude,
can just be
yes.
like, all right, fucking Southwest Michigan music,
Right.
Southeast Michigan music, Detroit music, or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's cool because we honestly haven't really like came out to Detroit that much. Like we did like 10 years ago.
To be honest with you,
Wow.
ever since the Ritz closed, I don't know if you knew what the Ritz
Yeah.
was, or it was Hot Rocks, I think, after they closed. But we used to play there all the time. But ever since then, we literally haven't really been out this way. And it's not that we didn't want to. It's just never been like working out with a group of people that would like wanted us to come out and it makes sense type
Yeah.
stuff. We're actually playing at the Sanctuary though in, I don't know how far that is from here, but in August. So that'll be like our first time back to Detroit, assuming. So
The Sanctuary is one of those like handful of venues that is seeking out original artists.
Yeah.
Still, they don't want fucking cover bands.
right, and like that's like, I know like Machine Shop isn't Detroit, it's in Flint, but like they really don't book, not dogging them by any means, but they book a lot of like tribute acts or like cover bands. You know, every once in a while they'll bring in somebody that, you know, they know packs the place out, sells it out, maybe even 2 nights in a row,
Yeah.
which I
Seems
understand,
like
dude.
that's like the direction a lot of venues are
Yeah,
going
it's a
towards.
business. I understand. It's just, you know, trying to get in where you fit in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And you guys are a niche band. Like
yeah,
you're like feel good metalcore that
Right.
like mixes together with electronic and
yeah.
rap.
We were just talking
It's
about that.
fucking
We
dope.
we love like what we've, I don't know, created. I guess like because it's not your standard typical like heavy music, but it does still have heavy elements. So like we play anywhere, like we can get, you know, 10 different people that are into 10 different types of music, and like all of them will kind of be like, yeah, we like that you did this, we like that you did that.
Yeah.
And like I'm like ADHD as hell, so like that's kind of how my brain works. Like I don't like any one specific kind of music, you know what I mean? I try to keep it as different as possible, and like I don't really want to I don't want to put myself into a box, you know. I just want to do whatever feels right. I know he feels the same way.
Yeah,
we'll drop a country album.
No, literally, like
yeah. I mean, but it definitely shows in your music style. Like, so I'm also an ADHD motherfucker. Like, if you put on my YouTube music, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
No,
like,
literally.
Like Jacob Collier, I'm on a Earth. You know what I mean? Like it was just like all over the place.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? You got Finnish death metal, and then you have like some obscure '90s techno.
Right.
You know, so I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So me and my buddy were talking about this because we've been listening to your music leading up to this episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, this reminds me of. So like, I gotta get my thoughts in order.
You're good.
Okay, so I remember like. Yeah, you guys are probably around my age, right? Like I'm 32.
Yeah, I'm 30. I turned 35 in September. So yeah,
I try to fit in.
All right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, he's the youngest out of all of us.
You fucking baby, get out!
Yeah, I know.
Bitch. No, but okay, so like I remember there was like a pushback when like metal and rap started to kind of merge together. Like when you had like Public Enemy and oh fuck, what band was Scott Ian in? Why am I drawing Anthrax?
Yeah.
Anthrax and Public Enemy fucking dropped a song together, and there was like pushback because it's like you got to keep metal and rap separate.
Right. No,
but like
literally.
then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, metal fans and rap fans sometimes that Venn
gotta resent
diagram
people a little
fucking
bit.
No, it
crosses over.
Dude,
You know,
it's like when Limp Bizkit came out, dude. I feel like people hated Limp Bizkit, like the new metal stuff, and then like they had pushback. They got huge, like they kind of fell off, and now they're on top of the game.
Yeah, but like hip hop influenced metal
Right.
became the biggest thing on earth in the late 90s. Like
No, literally.
Deftones, Limp Bizkit, Korn, like those three guys heavily influenced by hip hop culture.
Yeah.
And they were fucking massive.
No, literally.
And now you have, so what we were talking about in regards to you guys is I feel like there's almost another generation of that kind of happening where you, instead of it being hip hop influenced metal, now it's almost like EDM influenced metal,
right?
Where you have like Buried Alive
right.
and Sleep Token, and you know there's a handful of these bands that are starting to merge these genres, and then you guys have your own twist on that, and it's
literally.
fucking good.
And then something else that we like to do too is like with the live show, we like to do like the bright colors and all that stuff. And I mostly, I mean, I enjoy doing it. I like to be expressive in my own way, but also just I hate the trope of like, oh, you're in a metal band, you got to wear, you know, black pants and, you know, leather vest,
and you got to be sad and depressed,
or you know what I mean, like, and I'm just like, dude, we're literally the anti-metal band, you know what I mean, like, and I like, and anything else anybody else is doing, there's no issue with that. It's just how we portray, like, wanted to go about doing it, because like, you know, it took us a while to even get to that point where we were like, yeah, we're gonna do the black lights, we're gonna do the paint, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And it just, one time I literally was just like, hey, I'm going to buy some black lights and get some paint and throw it on and just see how it looks. And like instantly we were like, yeah, dude, this is cool. And just kind of refining it over time, trying to get like more smoke machines and lasers and all that stuff to kind of like give it that EDM metal feel. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like we also kind of got lucky because like we didn't really fit into any category. So like we're able to just like make the music that we want without having to try to be the best or like try to, you know, push the limits of whatever genre. Like, honestly, we're just, and like we kind of like, I don't know if we even really did it on purpose, but it kind of just like fell into place to where there wasn't that much of an expectation, but that's what honestly like kind of makes it like open, like the game open for us.
Yeah, that's interesting. So because you're not boxed in by a specific genre, I play classic rock, you know, and now, all right, sick, get rid of your double bass pedal or whatever.
Well, and then the thing is too is like we didn't do the rap rock thing at first, like until like more recently, I would say. And like even that, like, because like if you listen to like our set, it basically goes into, you have like your EDM, like where it's just like me singing or screaming or whatever, and then it hits you with like the trappy hip hop you know, bars, and like you can like almost see it live every time when it kicks in and people haven't heard us. They're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like that's dope as hell. And
it
like,
is.
And then, like you'll get it. Like people will come up and be like, dude, you're a guy that raps, dude. Like that's cool, man. That's cool. And like it's cool because then like it feels like what you're making is resonating with the people out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, there's hints of like a million different things in
Yeah.
your music. Like there's like some doomcore in there. There's
Yeah.
like horror. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's like what do they call that horror rap? I don't like there's a fucking name for it, but there's a million names for all these fucking
yeah,
metal
every
and hip-hop
subgenre.
subgenre
But-
within subgenres.
Yeah, but there's like all these like hints of like it's exciting to listen to music like this where you're like, I don't know, like there is no definition for this experiment, and I
Right.
like that.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
you know,
like, yeah, I mean, it's life. You know what I mean? Like,
it kind of remind me of like you ever listen to 12 Foot Ninja?
yeah,
So
Yeah,
like
never heard of it.
Yeah.
you guys kind of remind me of 12 Foot Ninja, except like they're doing like salsa
yeah.
inspired like new metal.
No, literally.
And then you guys are doing like EDM, hip hop,
Yeah.
trap, fucking inspired metal.
And they're just all things that inspired us. You know what I
I was
mean?
gonna say, like, when we first started getting back together, there was like a handful of bands that kind of all had different sounds that we were like, because we jammed, like, we've been jamming together just as this group, like, since 2017 or so, but then like we took a hiatus, and when we got back together, it was like Electric Callboy and then Dropout Kings, and then like listening to a bunch of Marshmello, and then me like going down my own little hip hop route. Like it all kind of, we were able to just like merge it all into one.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, dude, it's fucking sweet.
It was a fun journey. Like even like sometimes I listen to the older stuff that we put out and listen to that like compared to like what we have now. It's just like cool to like put that journey like on a reel. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, damn, like that's crazy. That was 10 years ago and we were doing this, and it's just evolved into something completely different. And like I love it. I even like our old music too. We've even talked about like trying to revamp some of those older songs and like, you know, add some electronic in there, and or like maybe even a rap verse or something, because like I do, like we think they're good songs. It was just a different time, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like some of them I've actually to this day still listen to, and I'm like, dude, like I love that chorus, or I love this, I love that. And I'm like, dude, I think this could be a good song if we just, you know, put a little effort into it. And also being like mixes, like we weren't getting our songs mixed by the same guy back then. So like even just getting a better mix on it would, I feel like, and we also have like an in with the Q106. So like when we put a new song out, we can go to them and they'll basically be like, all right, cool, we'll have you on the show. Like we'll play your music throughout the night. And then at the end of the night or whenever, we'll play your new song, you know, type
Is
stuff.
that a local radio
Yeah.
station down there?
Yeah, I forget that it's probably not common out here, but yeah, it's like the Lansing, like I would say it's probably like, I don't know,
mid-Michigan,
mid
like,
Michigan,
rock
yeah,
station,
mid Michigan, yeah. So
Okay.
Q106 does a lot of like that's like usually what you put on the radio, I would say, like that or K105.3, but yeah, they go to like, they sponsor concerts, like they do the homegrown throwdown every year. Like
Scary
his-
Terry's been really cool with
yeah,
us.
he has
he's
like his own show, and he like specifically like, dude, I love you guys are awesome. Like, so like anytime like we ever want like an like, you know, a selfless plug, I guess you could say, like we'll hit him up and he'll be like, yeah, dude, just let me know, like give me a date and like we'll make it work. So
Yeah.
and that usually helps, you know what I mean? Like people do still listen to the radio, you know what I mean? Like it's sometimes like I even forget that because I'm like, yeah, I know I got it on my phone, you know what I mean? Why would I listen to the radio? But
made me feel a little bit more comfortable being on this. I kind of knew. what I
no,
was doing a little
literally,
bit.
yeah, knew what to expect, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. So does he have a show where he specifically puts on local
Yep.
musicians?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
so they do Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare every Saturday, and essentially he plays all local, like any local band you can think of that he, you know, has music, whatever you send it in, he'll think about playing it. And then he'll also play like some heavier mainstream music, but like stuff that you wouldn't necessarily hear on your day-to-day radio,
Right
maybe
on.
like on Serious Metal or something like that, but like
Okay.
not on like your standard, you know, like radio
yeah,
station
like
stuff.
the butt rock
He
station.
does it, yeah, literally. So
He goes out too. He's really active in the scene.
yeah.
In the
They're always
Michigan
they're
scene.
always so it's like going to shows, sponsoring shows. Like we actually have a show tomorrow night in Lansing, and he might even actually be there tomorrow night. And then oddly enough, his partner works for the radio station too. She goes by Metal Mandy, and she like they both go out collectively, and they're, like I said, it's just really cool that they're interactive in the scene and like go out and support the local music. I just one thing to say, like, yeah, support local music, but they like actually do it. So.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, anybody can say that, but
Right.
what are you actively
Right.
doing?
And then
you
he
know?
actively plays their music, you know what I mean? And, you know, I don't know how many people listen to the radio, but I know that there's a lot of, like, people that will tune in just to listen to Scary Terry. And I know he's also talking with, like, other radio stations to, like, get it more out there, I guess you say. Like where it's obviously not going to be as big as Bob and Tom, but, like, when Bob and Tom was on, you know, that would, like, get broadcasted all over the country. So like they're trying to like broaden his like reach essentially, like where it'll play all over Michigan or like, into Ohio, Indiana, Michigan type stuff. So it's cool, man. He's been doing radio since, I don't know, I think he said like 15, 20 years. He was in like Wisconsin or Minnesota or something, and then he moved here, and he's done a lot for he's just done a lot for the scene in general. Like, we honestly really appreciate him. Like, and even just playing other people's music too, because it feels good. You know what I mean? I grew up listening to that radio station, so it's cool as hell to like turn your like, I got people messaging me and they'll be like, dude, I just heard Swag on the radio, dude. You guys are fucking killing it. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking badass. I never thought in a million years that I'd get that opportunity. Like,
for us, it would be like the riff for 89X.
Yeah, riff. That's pretty much the comparison. It would be like the riff for this area. So
yeah, it would be. I wouldn't be able to handle it if like one of my bands growing up got on the fucking riff.
No,
like, dude,
no, literally, like it was like a moment of like, even just like, let alone playing the song, like getting a whole, I think like 5-hour segment where we're sitting there talking to Terry about just
someone
anything.
we grew up listening to.
Yeah, like it's wild, and we've done it multiple times. You know what I mean? And it's cool. Like, and they're more than willing to like, dude, you guys are great. Like, come back anytime. Just let us know. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
By the way, who does your mixing? Because your mixing is excellent.
So
most local bands do not have mixing that.
We got a little lucky with that guy.
So it was kind of a long story, but basically,
if only we had a talk show to
go.
Oh
yeah, well, yeah, no, literally. But like, basically, this guy's name is Kyle Dameron, and he's from, I always do this, but either North or South Carolina. We always make jokes.
One of the Carolinas.
Like North, South Carolina, But he played in a band that I used to TM for, and essentially, we just got on the conversation, and he's like, yeah, dude, he's like, just hit me up, and I'll give you a good deal on it. And he, fast forward 8 years, he continues to give us a good deal on it, and he mixes like some bigger bands like the Bunny the Bear and like stuff like that. He does most of it out of his home, but like, he's just really good at it. And he actually has his own band now called Laney Day, and they're making moves and stuff. But yeah, he's just
be talking to Joey Sturgis and stuff, right?
Yeah, like it was like, his journey has been awesome, and like, he just continuously gets better too. Like, I like can hear the difference between, like, I think Go Love Yourself was our first mix by him, and then like, even to like Hit the Mute Button, like they both sound good, but like, you can tell the difference like in like what he's doing and getting better.
He's just getting more and more refined as he gets better.
And he gives us like a killer deal. Like, I don't know where it's at out here. But like, do you ever hear of Metro 37 Studios?
Yeah.
Metro.
Yeah.
So we recorded our first single there, and I think we paid like $1,000 maybe for like one song or like something like that. And like, which it was okay. It wasn't bad or anything. I understand. It's a nice studio. But like with him, like, we record our own stems and we kind of do all the tinkering in our own time, so we don't feel rushed. And then we send it to him, and he does it for like $200.
No shit.
I mean? Yeah, and it's like,
that's a great deal.
Worth the money.
And it sounds
like
not just like, oh, it sounds professional. It's like, no, it sounds fucking good.
And the thing I like about him too is like, he'll take the time to go through and give us certain like little niches like in our song where he's like, hey, I really wanted to do this, so I added in a back scream here, or I added a little guitar part here just to fill it out a little bit, or even an extra synth. And I'm like,
he'll sit there and tinker with it.
Yeah, he will. Like, and it's cool. And then like, he's never like weird about like if I send it back and I'm like, hey man, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do that? And like, dude, he'll send me 2 more mixes and be like, just let me know if it's good. Just let me know. So it's,
hell yeah.
We talk about it a lot. Like, it really, like, to be in a band these days, like, it really does take a team. Like, you, like, outside of even the people who play in the band. You know what I mean? Because
you gotta have, like, sadly, you gotta have higher quality stuff. The market's so oversaturated.
Yeah.
And, like, we got lucky with him. He definitely.
It's like
puts
even
out really
our music videos. Like, we have a homie out of is it Flushing? John Tagg. He does like most of our pictures and our videos and all that stuff. Once again, he gives us a good deal. He's trying to, when we have a show, like, we'll pay him to come out and take pictures of us, but then like, he'll take pictures of other bands, and I personally do not care. Like, that's the whole gist of it. Like, I want everyone to eat, you know what I mean? Everybody get there where they can. And so he'll take pictures of other bands, and then like, he gets connections with them, and then I see his pictures popping up everywhere. He's actually shooting everywhere now. He's like taking pictures of like Riff Raff, and like, he goes to Gruel Hall or Graywall Hall in Lansing. He just did a show, I think, at the Crowfoot. Like, and he takes, once again, awesome stuff. Like, I'd say 90% of our content.
Does he do your videography too?
He did our last, was it 2 videos?
Yeah.
Honestly,
any like big like thing that you see with us the last like couple years, it's
been John. Him. Yeah.
Oh, right on. The music video where I think it's you with fucking like sprinkles, like you're like you have.
Yeah, the pill capsules.
Oh, that's
yeah,
what it is.
Yeah.
It was playing on my phone while I was driving,
Yeah,
so I
no,
wasn't
yeah.
really staring at it. But
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was
dude,
him.
this is fucking. This
And that was
looks-
all his idea, man. He's
Yeah.
like, hey man, like I got an idea for the video.
That's
he's like,
hilarious.
order some pill capsules. He's like, dude, we're gonna figure it out. He's like, I'm gonna make it look like this, and this.
Yeah,
And
it's
at
fucking
first
cool.
I'm like, okay, we'll try it. And then after it came out, we were like, yo, that was gas.
Yeah,
bro.
it was
Holy
dope.
shit.
Yeah.
He
God,
said
that's
he said his dad won't let another band that does all the paint record in their garage again.
Yeah, it got a little messy. I won't lie.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It looks really good though too,
Yeah.
man.
No,
So that's
it
another
does.
talented guy. Man, like it's so valuable to surround yourself with guys with hard work ethics and that are also talented. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's being in the arts at all when you start meeting people that are also psychos about work.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
And they
have
really like what they do.
and they and they love what they're doing.
And it helps too
Oh,
when
dude, it's
you
infectious.
when you have like a relationship with them outside of it just being like, hey, I pay you to do this stuff for us. Like,
yeah, but also come to the house for a barbecue.
no, literally,
No.
like we actually have been over to John's. Like we record over there. Like
He's let us crash
we'll
it a
do
bunch of
vocals and stuff, and he'll like once again kind of sit there and be like, you know, I'm not telling you how to do this. He's like, but you should try this, and then like we'll try it, and then it's like, damn, that's it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and it's cool when that like happens because like I said, I've been in the situation where I was, you know, just a client, and I understand that. But like when you're friends and a client, you know what I mean? It's
so much better.
it is, dude. It truly is.
It's
like,
so much better.
It's so much like worth your time being like a good person in this industry. It's all
Oh,
like
yeah.
full of like assholes and people trying to screw other people over. That like when you meet people that are actually just like, yeah, they love what they do. They're not trying to screw people. Like you guys help each other out. It really helps the brand. Like
Yeah.
all brands, bro. Like
Oh, yeah.
his what he's got going on, girl. What we got going on.
Yeah, dude. So I do comedy, and
Yeah.
like I always thought that whenever I start, because I'm gonna start, just and then I flirted with it for 15 years, but,
Yeah.
and then actually started. But like when I got started, I was like, man, I felt really defensive. I was like, man, these people are gonna judge me. They're gonna be, oh, he's brand new, he sucks, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
He's blah blah blah. He went over his time, whatever. Like I was so insecure for the first like couple, and I was like, dude, once I actually like met everybody that's like in the Detroit scene, it was like, no, the community of comics in Metro Detroit is so supportive. It's insane.
No,
Like,
and that's awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
we've gotten blessed. With
Just
that
out of
too,
curiosity,
with
what's
music.
like been your longest set? Like
I did like 10 minutes, 12 minutes or
so
something.
it was a
in,
humbling experience for me because I went to a comedy show once and like a guy I was talking to and he's like, dude, dude, you don't understand, dude. A 5-minute set is a long time when you're up there in comedy, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just that's why I asked because he's like, dude, I don't think I could do a 20-minute set. He's like, because he's like, you get nervous, then you start rifling through your stuff. He's like, and then the next thing you know, you're just like kind of sitting there with your dick in your hand because you went through all your material.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, dude, it goes by so fast. Like
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I asked.
yeah.
that.
So I actually got caught off guard with that set because we were in Miami, and so I posted on Facebook and Instagram or whatever, and I was like, does anybody know of any mics in Miami? Like, when I'm going to be in Miami for a couple nights. And I ended up getting in contact with a comic down there named Raul that puts on a show. And so he put me up, and so I middled on that show. And so he had a local opener, and then the second guy was a local, and then they were both good, and then they put me on it. I was like, what am I doing? Like, how much time am I doing? 5,
Right.
7? He's like, I don't know, 10, 15. I was like, 10, 15?
Right.
no, sir.
Yeah,
I
right.
will not be doing 10, 15.
I'm telling you.
And
dude.
so I went up, and I was like, I was panicking. Like, my old lady's drinking. We're at a brewery doing a show, so I was like, my old lady's like trying beers and like ordering apps, and I'm like sitting there like frantically typing, trying to come up with some
Right.
like local material, like some
Yeah.
observational bullshit.
Right.
So I wrote like 2 minutes, like real quickly. It was fucking throwaway stupid jokes, like just talking about how Miami's just not a real place.
Right.
And then did my 5-minute set, and I was like most of the way through what I thought was like almost 10 minutes, and I got the light, and I'm like, thank fucking God,
No,
dude.
literally.
Like, I was like, oh, fuck.
How'd the set go? I mean,
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was. So we're in Miami. It's fucking hot as fuck.
Oh yeah, dude.
We're in a brewery, and they have like the they have the roll-up doors open,
Yeah.
and then, so we have the stage and the lights. So it's fine when you're like sitting at the tables and there's fans going and there's air moving. But like as soon as I got on stage, it was just 0 air movement and like 99% humidity. So I went from like feeling okay to like drenched and panicking like,
I know.
immediately.
Well, they probably have lights up there too, right? I would
Yeah.
say. So like even though it was beaming down on you,
Lights
dude,
beaming
like,
on me, no air moving,
Yeah.
and then I'm like staring at a bunch of fucking like frat bros that are like it's drinking at the brewery after their golf round, and I'm
Right.
like,
They're like, be funny man.
Right.
yeah, I'm like, you guys ever notice? You know, and I'm just fucking, yeah, it went okay. It
Yeah.
went okay. There's a couple of local comics that we like exchanged some information with, and he like. A couple of them gave me a compliment on a premise that
Yeah.
I was working on. They're like, dude, that's fucking funny. You just got to work it out or whatever. And,
Yeah.
but it was fun to do. So I've done comedy in Michigan, Ohio, and Florida. So
Okay.
so it was fun to like add that one to the
Yeah,
to the
absolutely.
list. Like, oh, I did comedy in Miami.
Like, are you actively doing it right now?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I'm actually. I have they're doing an Austin, Detroit to Austin, Texas competition. So that my first round, if I make it through, but it's like is this Wednesday. This
Okay.
Wednesday at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle. So I'll be doing the competition show
Cool.
there, and hopefully I make it through the first round.
Yeah.
But if
No,
not,
that's around here. I take it.
Yeah, it's in
Okay.
Royal Oak.
Cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So so I tried like on my best weeks I do like 5 sets a week.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah,
there's-
so you're active.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay.
But also like comedy in Metro Detroit, like depending on the day of the week, I might drive like 150 miles like not in between sets, but like in one night trying to
get around
2
from
or
mic to
3
mic.
sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for-
Excuse like my ignorance, but like, is there a decent amount of comedy clubs around here?
There are. There's One Night Stands is in Waterford, right down the road from our studio.
Okay.
Then there's Mark Ridley's in Royal Oak. There is the Independent Comedy Club in Hamtramck.
Okay.
There's the Ann Arbor Showcase.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of bar and brewery mics,
Yeah.
like open mic nights at bars and breweries that are specifically for
I know
comedy.
they do some. I mean, I know it's a drive, but like I know they do have some like open mic comedy stuff down in Jackson every now and again.
Do they?
Yeah, there's a few bars that do it.
Right on.
If you're ever interested.
Honestly, that's about as far as like my knowledge goes. As far as I've always had the dream of being a comedian, dude. That shit's so cool to me.
Hell yeah.
But
Do
I
it.
honestly wouldn't even know where to start. And like, yeah, I think the only like comedy club or like comedy night type things that I've ever seen are just like bars that kind of host a night or something.
like Brass Rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do. Like
Yeah.
fucking. I mean, like I've joked about this 100 times, but like, you know, you do a real comedy club and it's just like a sweet treat. It's like, yes,
Right.
comedy fans in a dark room, low
Right.
ceiling, no
Everything's
TVs
set for
on,
me.
everyone's looking at me, and then I can do my thing, and
Right.
beautiful. And then you go and do some fucking bar room where there's the baseball game on and no one gives a
Yeah.
fuck that you're there, and you're like, hey guys.
Over here.
This is a replay. Why are
Right.
you're watching a fucking rerun of a game that happened 5 years ago?
You get like any? Have you had to deal with like any hecklers ever?
Not really. No, people are pretty good about it. I had one, dude. I was working out a set where I was talking about that I was getting married soon, and like that the premise, whatever the part of the joke was that I was getting married soon. So I'm like, I'm getting married in a few months, and I was in Downriver, and this girl goes, she goes, "Don't do it." And I go, yeah, what a fucking surprise. The Downriver rat is telling me not to get married. Let me guess. You
Right.
fucked someone else and he had a problem with
Right.
it. Right? You fucking
Don't do it.
don't do it. Like, go back to E-Course and fucking go back to the steel mill, you whore. Like, fucking trying to work on something here.
Right. God forbid, dude, you want to settle down with someone nice, dude. Start a life together.
Yeah,
dude.
oh.
How dare I?
How dare I? Oh man.
Do you do music at all? Like, have you? Like,
So I'm a drummer.
okay,
So
because I know, like, obviously, I noticed the kit when I walked in, so I
Yeah.
was like, I didn't know if like maybe you had a band or if you just.
I did, man. I don't anymore. It's been a few years now, but me and my brother. There's a picture of me and him playing somewhere in here. I don't know. Oh, there's us in some jumpsuits on the wall.
Oh, okay.
But we so me and my brother have had probably 5 or 6 bands together, with different bass guitar players or rhythm guitar players or singers or whatever. And then I had a couple of bands with friends, and like I've had everything from like Dave Matthew ripoff bands to like full on death metal bands, like just whatever, whoever I ended up linking up with.
Right.
And
So
I don't know.
What's your brother play?
My brother's he's a guitar player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we've had a few bands together, and the hardest thing is the relationships, man. Trying to maintain friendships and relationships with
Dude,
people
it's tough.
and that's hard as fuck. But the other thing is that me and my brother both have like absolute psychotic work modes where like I want to work 100 hours a week on the things I like doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in the music scene just want to be rock stars, not musicians.
Literally.
And so that was really fucking difficult to deal with, because you find someone who's got an amazing voice and you're like,
Right.
hell yeah, dude, you just have this God-given texture
Talent,
to your voice that just like is so good. And they're like, yeah, so I think I could meet up maybe in 3 weeks on
Right,
Tuesday. And you're
once
like,
a month,
fuck
like,
you,
yeah.
dude. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah. We
It's
definitely
something
went
we
through it,
run
man.
into now. Even like we have a good group of guys, and
But we've definitely been through the ringer with a bunch
yeah,
of people.
yeah, because it's like you said, and I'm the first to like. I just had a baby, and I
congratulations.
Thank you.
That baby's not in the car, right? You said you were gonna put the you
no,
and
no,
your
I didn't, honestly,
you were
I
gonna
didn't
put your
know-
old lady and the baby in the car and
She
just
was
leave them
gonna-
out there.
Well, I didn't know what I was getting I didn't know like if it was at your house. I didn't know like exactly what was going on. So I just
Sir,
at first
If it was at my house, put the baby in the living
No,
room with the
well,
old lady.
so-
I'll set her up with snacks and the fucking Netflix. Like,
so
to wait in
my
the car.
girl was gonna come, but then she's like, I just don't want to like I don't want the baby to start crying, and I don't this and that, and then she's like, I think I'll just stay home, and she's like, I don't want to be that clingy, and I'm like, you can come. I was like,
Yeah.
nobody's mad if you come. I was like, I just personally do not know where it's at. I don't have no ill will about it. I was like, I can't give you a definite answer.
yeah.
And so, yeah, she just decided to stay home.
Yeah, no worries.
No, I got him locked up out in the car.
Heat's
I cracked the window.
No, I had to do myself a little bit of stalking on like your page and stuff. On the way here, he was telling me about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't really necessarily know exactly how he like got in or like found us or whatever."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Man, we're about to go get
Yeah, I think I
killed.
cut you
We're getting
off.
murdered
We're
right
getting
now."
murdered.
We're gonna be missing a kidney after this, dude.
about to
I
wake
think
up
I
in a
cut you
bathtub.
off before you finished it, but I know you were like, as I asked you like how you had came across our stuff, and like I think you said that you had like some extra groups and stuff on Facebook.
I think it was so one of the Facebook groups that I posted, and I was like, hey, I'm looking for local musicians to reach out to interview, and oh god, I don't remember the name. It was a production company. And they're like, you're looking for local artists. We got local artists, and they
Was it
tagged.
Superior Productions.
It might have been. I think that's right, because I was gonna say like Soundscape Productions, because I
Yeah,
knew it
that's our
started
boy
with an
John.
S.
Yeah.
Okay, so it must have been him then, because
Yeah.
he tagged 50 local bands. He was
Okay.
like, we got local bands, and it was like Forge the Sun and fucking Cougarin
Yeah.
and blah 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 blah, and just like a fucking, and so like all those Renegade Train, fucking Sweet Crystal, like a million bands
Oh yeah.
that he tagged in there, and I think that's how I came across you guys.
Oh, that's
Okay, cool.
huh?
Yeah.
Cool. We got a name that stands out.
No, yeah. Like just out of curiosity, did you reach out to any of the other
Oh
bands?
yeah. I've had Forge the Sun on. I've
Okay,
had
cool.
Cougarin on.
Yeah, I
had,
think we just played with them.
Forge the
at-
Sun's fucking
Yeah.
murderers.
Yeah.
They're gonna of anybody that I've talked to and interviewed, I have the most hope that they're gonna pop off
Yeah,
and be
no, for
national
sure.
band.
No,
They are
literally.
fucking murderers.
Yeah.
Like we were when we were first talking, God, that was, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago when we had them on. They were talking about like they were trying to find their sound, and they weren't sure if they were gonna go like heavy or if they were gonna go like more classic rock, and they were
Right.
trying to like work that out, and they were getting better, of course. But dude, the shit that they've been posting on TikTok, like that, you know, I follow them on
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
now,
absolutely.
and I'm like, dude, it is so fucking good. I'm
Yeah,
like every time they put something new out, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
literally though.
I'm
Like
such a legitimate fan of Forge the Sun, dude.
it's
They're
cool
so good.
too because like there are a few bands like in the scene that are like you can watch them elevate. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like, they're all like and it's cool like because it's it's a tough market right now, I would say, like between like there being so many bands and then like economic issues and just like, you know, like venues closing or not,
hard for everybody
or
right
yeah,
now.
like it is tough. So like it's cool to see people like thrive through all that and still like even going and getting a song recorded, you know what I mean? You're talking thousands of dollars. That's not including what you're putting behind your content, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you know, a lot of artists will tell you, dude, if you don't put, you know, granted there's always the lottery winners, someone that will blow up off of just a quirky clip.
Yeah.
But a lot of like the big artists like say like if you don't put, you know, $700,000 behind your song, like it's not going to scratch through the surface. You know what I mean? Granted, you'll get some traction within your community, but like to get like that big, you know,
That
big
big
break,
pop.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's hard, dude. Like because like not only is it hard, but there's the algorithm is so flooded with so much stuff, and it's
Yeah.
just hard to really cut through anything that you're doing. Once again, it's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just it's tough, you know.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get discouraged and just be like, why am I doing
Right.
this?
And then you see these like AI fake country singers
Yeah,
who
or-
are getting 30,000 likes on every video, and you're like, this is what the fuck?
Right, no,
Like,
literally.
Spent my whole life like practicing for this moment.
Right,
Right,
just for
right.
someone to put a prompt in it.
Put a
And like,
prompt
dude, I'm
in.
not a hater of AI. Like, I understand, dude. The
in the
things
middle.
change.
AI music,
Yeah,
I'm an absolute
like,
hater of.
No,
I
yeah, I'm not-
understand like being like in a situation where like say you have a song written and say you're like trying to come up with something and you want to use the AI for inspiration. I can understand that, but also like you don't have to use it verbatim. Like maybe
Yeah.
get your idea, redo it yourself. But like I get it, dude. You get in creative funks. You know what I mean? You're trying to look for like some input. Granted, like we've never used AI for our music. It's more of like
Not yet.
No,
We haven't
yeah.
necessarily turned it down completely.
no, right? Like, dude, like we'll be at work and like we work together and like we'll just like sing in like some stupid lyrics and just be like make this into like hip hop song. And dude, they come out, dude, and we just die laughing
Yeah.
because they're so good but so funny. And like I would never put it out and be like, yeah, I wrote all this. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like I
Well, see, that's the difference though. Is like these faceless social media accounts are making a fake. They're inventing a star.
right. Right.
They're like give me like. There's one that keeps popping up. I don't want to say the name because fuck them. But
Right.
it's like the guy is an AI generated guy, and he's like a handsome 55-year-old guy.
Right.
Perfect white teeth, perfectly manicured. He looks like Dean Cain before Dean Cain got sick, you know?
Yeah.
And like, and then he's singing these like pandering ass
Yeah.
country songs where it's like, my heart fluttered when I first saw you. And then everyone's fucking Aunt May is commenting on
No,
there going
literally.
like, oh, I just love you.
The
fucking
boomers love that,
so-and-so.
man,
I'm
Back
like,
when
dude.
music was real.
I'm like, and so like I literally go on there and I reply to every single comment. I'm like, this is AI. Don't
know
listen to
this is
AI.
AI,
Don't
right?
listen to AI music. Listen to real people.
Right.
Like listen to my podcast so you can
Well,
find
and
local artists.
It
And
kind of goes back to like what I was saying about like the algorithm. Like people get paid off of that engagement. So like if they put it, they don't care. They don't have no shame. You know what I
Right.
mean? They're
Don't
like,
have
oh
the
yeah,
AI
I can pay
doing
$20 a
it all
month for
myself.
Suno and do this and this and this and put out music and get, you know, I don't know how much, but say $10,000 a month just
Right.
from people talking on my stuff.
if
Even
it's
they're-
$100 a month,
No,
it's
literally.
abhorrent
Right.
because there's people busting their asses
Yeah.
to get to. There's real musicians who have been in their bedroom since they're fucking 10 years old,
Right.
trying to figure out what the fuck all these strings do.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you start figuring it out and you're like recording it and you go from using Audacity to using Cubase and Fruity
Right.
Loops. And then like you evolve and you bust your ass for 20 years. And then some fucking fat bitch
Right.
is just putting in a prompt in her computer and just stealing money
Yeah,
from
and
people
then
that
just putting
actually
that
care.
out as if like they wrote it or like whatever their intention is. You know what I mean? And
It's manipulation.
Yeah, it
they're,
is.
They're,
yeah.
they're manipulating people into thinking that this fucking AI guy is a real person who had real heart flutters when he saw his
Right,
wife for the
right,
first time.
right.
No, you're fucking scum.
Probably not even
dude.
married, dude.
The only legitimate,
he's a fucking
Right,
computer.
right.
the only like legitimate argument that like I've kind of seen on it, and which granted I'm sure the AI has definitely evolved within the last 10, 20 years, or whatever. But like the maybe not like the A-list. I guess I don't know what group of people I'm trying to say, but like there has been like the let's create a star. Like, he's not writing his music, but like that's always been a thing. But
I
now,
always hated that too.
No,
That-
yeah.
I guess you could say like industry plant or like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like they know that the person like sounds good, so they're like, we're gonna write your music for you. We're gonna write what people want.
We're gonna
Create this
style
whole
you.
story.
Style
Yeah.
you. We're gonna put you. We're gonna package you up in this little thing with a bow on
Yeah.
top, and we're just gonna sell the shit out of you. And
Like,
Right.
The only argument, like what I was getting at, was maybe since it's already been around, maybe the average person can now do that. And like I would hate to like be a person that would tell someone to not make music, even I guess if they're using AI. Or
it's
not,
all about
but-
the intent. I feel like don't try to put it off as if it's like your own thing. Like I understand.
or just try to like
There's nuance to it. Like
take advantage of the.
I'll be
market
honest
or-
with you too, like the AI stuff, and not to go on an AI tangent or anything, but the reality is that like some of this, like when you're in a struggling, not in a struggling band, but like when you're in a local band and like you can't afford to pay $100 per design, $100 for this for flyers, it is a useful tool in like that sense. And I do understand the other side of it, because then you have like people who are out of a job that were used to making those flyers and making designs for t-shirts and this and that. There's always going to be the human touch is always going to be better. You know what I mean? When you find a good artist, like AI can't replicate that. But I also understand, like, it's like with all the things going on, like it sometimes is helpful to have like a tool like, oh, hey, I need a quick image real quick that like, for this single, or like, and like I said, I understand there's a gray area with it. I do think it gives like the lesser artists more of a chance at making a more polished product, I guess.
But
then the people that did spend 20 years
right,
doing
that
they
learned
get-
it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I do like,
Pissed
it was
off.
up to me, like if I was loaded, like I would have no problem getting all the artists around me, money.
Right.
But the reality is I'm not. So
Yeah,
so
see,
it's
this is where I'm a hypocrite, because I think AI generated music, because music is such it's such a personal thing. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be,
Supposed to be human
you're
feeling, like-
you're emoting
Right.
through noises, like
Right.
you're supposed to be making a fucking point with
Right.
what you're doing.
right.
I hate that people are using AI generated songs, but then I use like AI edited photos.
Yeah,
for
photos, you know what I mean?
for
Like-
my thumbnails
Yeah.
and stuff. And
We had AI actually design our whole website for us, so yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
see,
that
this is where I'm a hypocrite. But I had this conversation with Breakfast at 2 p.m. or a.m. I always fuck that up. Breakfast at 2 p.m. Michael, I think is the guitar player from Breakfast at 2 p.m. Me and him had a conversation about this on the podcast, where I was like, dude, I tried so hard to have graphic designers do my work for me, and it was such a like. First of all, I had the first one wanted $1 million,
Literally.
and I was like, dude, I'm not $1 million,
Per
but
edit.
like,
No,
but
yeah.
I get what you're saying.
$50 for a
It adds
thumbnail,
up.
and I'm like, dude, I do 3-4 of these a week. Like,
No,
I don't know
literally.
what kind of money you think I have. I'm not doing that.
Right.
And then I had another guy, literally, I told him what I wanted, and then he gave me an absolutely ChatGPT generated picture, and I was like, "You piece of shit."
No, and that I was that's
You guys are demanding that we use graphic designers, but then graphic designers are using AI.
using AI. No, literally.
So I was like, "Fuck you."
Not that I think that that's everybody, but I have seen that where now people are like, hey, I'm a video or I'm an editor, and they just
then
have
they use
Chat
AI,
GPT. Yeah.
And then one of the other arguments that Michael, if I remember right, he was saying like, well, why don't you just do it yourself? Like you can just create like a structure or whatever of like, okay, you use the same logo, you just put in the number of the episode, the title, or the name of the band or the comedian or whatever that's on, and you just put the picture that you take with them up there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, sure, fine. But the problem is that the market is so oversaturated. You have to find a way to stand out. So like my branding for my thumbnails is that we take a picture, we'll take a selfie at the end of our episode, and I use an AI image generator or whatever to take that image and make it look like we're beating the shit out of each other for every thumbnail.
Hell yeah.
And that's what I do for
No,
every single
that's
thumbnail.
cool, dude.
And that's just
a good ass
but
idea.
like that's it. Like it's not, I don't know. I'm a hypocrite here because I'm so against AI music, but the guy who draws shit for a living, who's been working his ass off trying to be a good graphic designer or artist for 20 years, is going like, well, what the fuck? What about us?
Right.
but also like some things are not. I don't know. Like it's not one for one. Like this is a thumbnail. This is not.
Right.
It's not like a. I'm not selling these posters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
I'm not.
literally.
I'm not. It's a thumbnail to get you to click on.
Like
it,
you
and
said,
that's
dude,
it,
if you do
you know?
4 interviews and 5 interviews a week, and you're paying $50 a pop, that's $250. And like I said
It's
before,
not sustainable.
Yeah, if
then
I
that's
had
taken
the
away
money,
from the
I would
show
I would
itself
love
or
to
whatever.
support. But
Yeah.
the reality is, and like that's the one thing too, is it does give you a chance to not get stuck behind a paywall. Whereas like, oh, how am I going to get this done if I don't pay this person to do it? Where you're like, I guess I can just jump on ChatGPT and or whatever, Claude would, and make something that looks professional. You know what I mean?
And that was an interesting point that he was bringing up, that there was these people that used to engineer these industry plants, and now the common person has a way to
Has all
create
that.
an industry plant for
Yeah.
their own niche idea.
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting perspective. But with music, man, I just find it so gross. I can't
Yeah.
get past it. I just can't get past it.
No, literally.
And like we're all using ChatGPT and fucking Grok and all
Right,
these
yeah.
different AI apps to fuck with each other
Dude,
at
fucking
work.
AI is integrated into your phone now, dude. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
is. And dude, Gemini is dog shit. Whoever
Yeah.
whoever decided that Google Assistant needed to go away so that Gemini could take over, you're a
Right.
stupid fuck, and I hope you get kicked in the shin
he said,
every morning.
Adam, dog.
So
Dude,
hear
let
this.
him know.
Oh my god, they're stupid as fuck. I was gonna say, like, I love this tool for the fact that I can fuck with my friends like relentlessly, and like you make fucked up images of them, and like our work group chat is just unhinged as fuck because we're using Grok to just like make fucked up edits of each other.
Right.
But oh god, I fucking derailed. Okay, no, fuck this. Let's talk about Gemini and how bad it is. Okay. The Google Assistant, I used to be like, I have a pickup truck and I've got Android Auto in there.
Yeah.
I'm an Android guy. Fuck you.
No, yeah,
And
I am too.
so, isn't it an iPhone?
No, that's a S25.
they're getting
Oh, right on.
closer and
Okay.
closer every year.
No, dude, I can't fuck with the iPhone.
I
shit,
can't. It's
dude.
a cult.
I'd
But
do
okay,
it.
so
go ahead.
but I have Android Auto, and I used to be able to just hit the fucking assistant button on my steering wheel and go, "Hey, play fucking whatever, play Cannibal Corpse," and then it'll fucking play Cannibal Corpse on YouTube Music, which is my go-to audio streaming app for music. Right? Zero problems. It wouldn't ask me. It would just go bleep, and then it would play.
Yeah.
Now that it's switched to Gemini, that stupid fucking whore, it's like I'll hit the assist button and then I'll go, hey, play Cannibal Corpse, and it'll be like, well, I can't play music directly, but I can help you find a music streaming app that would work. For
Literally,
that.
though,
and I'm
dude.
like,
We just do it
and
then.
then I hit the button again. I'm like, play it on YouTube Music, and they're
Right.
like, well, I can't play it directly, and I can't play music videos while you're driving, but what I can do is help you find a streaming service. I'm like, oh my god, I've never wanted to switch to Apple
Oh, literally.
until now. Gemini is dog shit.
Yeah, I don't fuck with it
It's
too much
fucking
either.
horrible.
I really don't use it much. I just notice like when I go to like edit a photo, there's like this AI assist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't need your assistance. If I wanted assistance, I would go to an actual good AI and I would have them
Right,
do it. You know what I
right.
mean? Like,
Dude, I spent like 2 hours trying to figure out if I could make either Grok or ChatGPT my go-to
Like your-
assistant on my
yeah.
phone, but I have a fucking Google Pixel, so I'm fucked. It's like,
okay.
absolutely not. You're gonna use this dog shit.
Right.
I might go get an iPhone like this week. I'm so anti-iPhone and Apple. I hate Apple people. They're all cult members. and
yeah.
idiots.
I hate the ecosystem.
But Gemini's worse.
I hate like dude, they literally didn't have like the same charger as every other phone until like a couple years ago. Like everything's more expensive. I feel like they like after a few years, I think they do it with all phones, but specifically iPhones, dude, they throttle the fuck out of those after
Yeah.
a period of time. Like they force you to upgrade.
Force you to upgrade.
Like whereas like dude, I've had a few S20, I had like S24, S25, and like dude, it lasts me 3 years, like 3 or 4 years, and I don't have any issues. Like honestly, I didn't even need to upgrade. I just once my phone company's like, hey, you want to trade your phone in? We'll give you a free new phone. And I'm like, yeah, well, when you say it like put it like that, like I'll go do
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right.
I
I don't
still
know.
use a
I
Note
feel
20,
like
dude.
this is more of like an open source like computer. Whereas like dude, like Apple, you literally have to download a file manager to like look at your files in your phone type stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to do that. Like
My first experience with how much of a pain in the ass Apple was going to be is I got a iPod back in like 2006.
I was gonna say, it had to have been a while.
And
ago.
That was when they were really bad.
and I got a little guy at first and whatever. I had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs on my computer, and I had what did I have? I had some like bullshit MP3 player before that, and I was like, okay, cool. It should just drag and drop into the no, absolutely
I
not.
remember that exact feeling that you're explaining right now.
What the
Like,
fuck?
What the hell is going on?
What is going on? So I'm like trying to. I'm like Yahoo Answers and cha-chaing. Like, well, how do I do this? Like,
Right.
what do I do? And then it's like, oh, okay. So if you want to put files that you have on your computer onto your iPod, what you have to do is take them from your iPod, upload them to iTunes, and then when you take them from iTunes, then you can put them onto your iPod. But you have to put everything in a specific folder on your iTunes so that it all goes to your iPod. Oh, your stuff got flagged because it's the same wavelengths as wave
songs
files
that
as
are paid
songs
for.
that are paid for.
Yeah.
So now you got to buy all your fucking songs, which was good for the
Yeah,
artist.
right.
But as a 12-year-old fucking shitheel, I was like, what the fuck?
You know what's crazy about that too is that like literally now like artists will tell you that they don't make money off their music, and that's because like Spotify, you listen to it for free. Oh yeah, you might have an ad here and there, but you listen to it free. YouTube Music, you listen to it for free. Like you can literally listen to everyone's music for free now, but like back in the day, they made it such a big deal. Like you had to individually buy everyone's song, like which, like you said, I like understand supporting the artist, but it's also like, dude, that's a lot. You have 500 songs on there, dude. That's $500.
Yeah,
You know what
which
I
is
mean?
crazy.
That's
We're basically
crazy.
just like traveling T-shirt salesmen now,
Yeah,
and we use like
merch.
jingles to like kind of like boost our
your
merch
songs
sales.
your songs are fucking advertisements
Literally
for
for
your
the
shirt.
shirts and the,
Fuck.
whatever merchandise we have.
Oh, that's such a negative fucking.
It's funny, like, but it
It's
really
funny
does
as
feel
fuck.
that way. Because I mean, not 9 times out of 10, dude, it's like you're not really ever getting paid from the show. Like you might get something like here and there. Like some shows we'll get a couple $100, you know, $300. Some shows we're lucky if we get 20, but. And it's not like we're getting paid off of streams, you know, we're not getting Taylor Swift numbers where, you know, we're bracketing in. So, but the cool thing is like something that we do is like, we always try to make like eye catchy merch. Like you put them in the black light, usually they glow, and like kids love it, dude. Like, and that's another big thing. Like we've had a lot of kids come to our shows and just like, they put the paint on and like we get them a shirt and you can just tell they're having the absolute time of their life.
Yeah.
Like I try to get like even like light up, glow sticky stuff, like to try to make it like almost like a rave, you know what I mean? Like, I've even had the idea where like we like maybe sell like white t-shirts and then like we start doing like paint cannons and shit, dude. Like,
hell yeah.
Granted, I understand that like venues probably wouldn't be too thrilled about that, but like fucking ICP, they do the Fago shit. They just wrap the venue in like plastic.
ICP, yeah,
You know,
man.
I'm just saying that like those are like the memorable moments that you crave for people, that they're like, dude, like even if you don't like metal music or whatever it is that we call them, like we got to go to this because it's lit. You know what I mean? Like. And like that's kind of like something that like, especially like we were saying about the money thing, is that when you know that like a lot of those things really aren't your avenue for necessarily making money at this point, it's like, dude, I want to create a memorable experience for people to like go home and be like, dude, this band had black lights, dude, they were covered in paint, dude, like they just gave us like a memorable experience, and like that's like that right there like is worth everything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. It's like I said, it's hard. Like we played hundreds of shows, and like there's been times where we go in there and like I literally can't differentiate the first band from the last band, and it's nothing against them. It's just like they're either all wearing like the same clothes or like the same style of clothes. Like granted, there are some that have stuck out to me. I have a lot of good friends in the music scene, but that was like what resonated with me. I'm like, dude, we got to do something that just like cuts through the mix, because like when you go to a show every weekend, even so like 12 shows a year, like you're not going to remember every band if it doesn't really speak to you, you know what I mean? So like I don't know, it's just something that like always was a big thing for me. It's like kind of why I like some of the bands like Sleep Token and like Ghost, because like their stage presence and like their presentation is so
they have
awesome.
They have this allure to them where you're like, whoa, what
they've
is
created this whole story around like what they're, you know, what even another good example, like kind of on the Gorillas, dude. Like I love like the animated Metalocalypse. Like I love how they did that stuff, dude, because it's just so memorable. I'll never forget that stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
and that stuff was like spearheaded by those guys in the 70s that were doing like the demonic.
Right.
You know, you had Kiss and Alice Cooper, and then you way further, and King Crimson and whatever these guys from back in the day. But then you get to guys like, you know, Slipknot, and I'm trying to think of who else, Marilyn Manson, like, you know what I mean? Like you have all these people who stop being, oh, that's just fucking Jeff on the stage,
Right.
and like you disappear into a character,
Right.
I do like that. I do like that a lot. Ghost and Sleep Token are the new big guys for sure doing that. But
Yeah, like
but it doesn't necessarily need to be this like good or evil or like church allure thing. You know, like man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like, is there anybody out there that's doing like a masked? Oh, those that French band. What the fuck is that band called?
President.
No, not President. Oh, President is another one.
No, that's who I was thinking.
Yeah.
But no, they're that like weird. They do like all these weird time signatures. They're covered in polka dots. What is that?
Oh,
band
I think
called?
I've seen some pictures of that.
What are they-
Like black suits with white polka dots.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I think I've seen.
They
some
play
I can't remember
in
what
all
they're
these
called.
crazy polka dot.
Angine de Poitrine or
Yeah, that sounds
What the
right.
hell you just call me?
who? Yeah, is a viral Canadian rock and experimental math rock duo from Saguenay, Quebec. Yeah, it's got to be it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's definitely them.
Yeah.
So okay, so I was trying to think of like who's doing this kind of like mystery allure, but not evil or like,
Or like with
fucking,
some deep lore behind.
there's no
it or
like
something.
Christian or anti-Christian like
Right.
you know,
Message behind it
message.
or whatever.
Well, not even message, but just imagery. You
Right,
know, like
right.
there's that all female metal band. They all dress up like nuns. It's like
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
I think I've
so,
seen that
it's
one
like
too,
so
huh?
overdone.
No, right,
Whatever.
right.
You know what I mean? Like
It's cool, but yeah,
that band's
it's-
okay.
Yeah. It's just
my
it's
type,
not. It's
my
yeah,
style.
right.
But yeah,
We've been trying to like ride that line of like
Guar
we don't
was
want to
Yeah.
good one.
become just like the guy like the neon paint guys, but like also still ride that wave a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
It's good to have a brand,
Right.
like
Yeah.
for sure. Like, you know, I mean, like I would have never fucking figured out that band's name if
Right.
we were like, hey, fucking polka dot math rock.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
literally.
it's like, hell yeah. You
No,
know?
dead ass,
I mean, that's one thing in comedy where it's like, dude, how do you create a brand as a comic without like being cringy?
Just get a puppet, dude.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Fuck
No.
you. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
no,
I'm not doing a puppet. I'm not being a puppet guy.
You don't just get a fucking mallet and
But there's,
smash
like-
watermelons.
I'm
out
trying
there,
to think
dude.
of like the big comedians right now. Like Theo is
Right.
Theo Vaughn's like this fucking weird goofball fucking hillbilly guy.
Yeah.
He's got a mullet and
Yeah.
goatee and
I
whatever.
loved when I first started seeing him on my feed and stuff. And
He's a wild dude.
Lately he's
Yeah.
a little too much.
Yeah, but like who else has like a solid like you could dress like him for Halloween and people would know who you are?
Maybe
you know
I don't know, like maybe
Gallagher?
Matt Rife. I don't know, like, but he's kind of
Matt Rife, he just dressed like a
yeah,
fuck
like,
boy.
yeah,
and
literally.
Put on
yeah,
a,
ass forehead,
yeah,
put
white
on a
t-shirt.
crimson
Yeah,
chin.
yeah, literally. Like I honestly, I don't really. I don't know.
Pete
Maybe Cat
Davidson?
Williams, maybe.
Cat
Like,
Williams,
Davidson, you just
yeah.
make
You know,
yourself look
he's
like you
kind of got
like,
a
problems.
distinguished look, but he's also not like.
You could put on a fucking purple suede suit and
Right,
a perm,
right.
you know?
Yeah,
You're like, oh
like-
yeah, you're definitely Cat Williams.
If you had to like make a little guesstimate, like how many like active like comedians would you say are in like the Detroit area? I mean, I'm sure there's probably a lot, but like
I joke about this, like we all have like misfit church. Instead of like going to church, we all like see each other a couple times a week at these random mics.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the people that I see at mics, oh God, probably I would say there's probably 40 that are super active, actively working it, actively chasing the dream. And I would say, I don't know, maybe there's probably 200 that have tried and dabbled that I've like added on Facebook, or
yeah,
I've seen
got
them
Facebook
like do
pages or something.
I've seen them like do a couple of mics, you know. But yeah, there's a lot more than I thought.
No, that's
You
honestly
know?
a lot more than I thought. It's really interesting to hear just like a whole different scene that like is going on at the same time when
Yeah.
we're trying to do our thing.
Yeah.
And that's I've always loved comedy, stand-up comedy. So it's
Stand-up
honestly
comedy is so
interesting to learn.
fucking weird, dude. I grew up in bands. I grew up in metal bands and like in rock bands, and to go from like hiding on the kit, you know, like oh, Chris fucked up and I can keep going, or I fucked up but everyone
Right.
else didn't, and I can kind of hide in the mix of the 4 or 5 guys. Comedy, it's like, oh, I fucked up a tagline,
Right.
or I switched the order of these words or whatever,
Right.
or I'm rushing through it because I'm like overly caffeinated, or I'm fucking
Yeah.
dragging through it because I took 2 shots instead
Right.
of 1 shot before I
Right.
went on stage. You know what I mean? Like, there's no out. There's no escaping it. Like you're up there. You have no option but to try to do good all by yourself. You know, and I love and hate that pressure. Like it's the scariest thing on earth, but it's also like the most fun. Like when it's going well, it's like, oh my god, I could do a fucking backflip.
No,
you know what I mean?
Literally,
but
it's
when
that's unexplainable.
but then when it goes bad, you're like, oh, why the fuck do I do this to myself?
Piece of shit.
Oh, dude, I had one night. I
have nightmares.
I
about
did.
That.
I did one night. I started at one night stands, and I had a great set for me. And then I went to Sidecar Slider Bar in Ferndale or Royal Oak, whatever. One of those. It's in that area. And I did that mic second, and I was like, why did I do this? Why did I? Because I live right down the road from here. So I'm like, I just drove fucking 40 minutes and waited 3 hours to get on stage to do 5 minutes, and I ate a plate of shit. It was so, dude, it was so bad that the host, I don't remember the guys. Dan Reynolds? I think it's Dan Reynolds. I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're good.
Sorry, Dan. It was so bad that Dan, when I was getting off stage, he was like, "Don't worry about it, dude. It's mostly comics here," and like gave me knuckles. I was like, "I'm killing myself immediately."
I was gonna say, dude, like
thanks, dude.
You didn't make me feel any better.
When the host was like, "Hey, don't worry about it," I'm like, "Oh, thanks." You know,
I'm worried about it.
I've never wanted to fucking kill myself harder. Like, god damn it, you know.
No, it's funny though, because like I'd like to think, I'm sure we all like to think we're a funny guy, dude. But yeah, you get up on stage,
dude,
for 10
it's
minutes,
so
and
different.
everyone just like watching you.
It's
I don't
so
know
different.
how funny I would be,
Dude. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Well, and that in like different crowds too. Like you go to like a super liberal crowd, I'm like, oh, that you can't use that word here.
Didn't
Fuck.
stick, yeah.
And then you go to the opposite. You go to a fucking, you know, one of those right wing mics, you know, and you're like, oh.
See, and that'd be such like an interesting like thing to play with, because like when we go to play a metal show, like people are usually there to listen to metal. Like most time, they're not there to not listen to metal. Whereas like you could have a completely different demographic of audience for a comedy show, like just like a few states away.
Dude, and dude, that's the wildest thing about like going to see an open mic night. So by the way, most of the time it's called an open mic. It's not an open mic. It's like a showcase where the host is assigning like maybe 15 comics.
Right.
So you know that you're going to be on that show. It's not like just anyone off the street walks in and I mean there are like the short lists, but like there might be a couple of spots that are not scheduled for most of the mics around here. You know, there might be a couple of like real open mics where it's just like you show up and you sign up and you just go up in that order. I mean, there might be one or two, but there's probably 30 showcase mics that are called open mics. Anyway, in one open mic night lineup, you have such a wide variety of comics. It's crazy. Like, it's akin to like music genres.
Right.
Like, you know, like you picture listening to like a Adam Sandler record versus like a Louis C.K. record versus a Dave Chappelle or Cat Williams record versus a fucking Bruce record. Like, it's so vastly different in like the personalities that you get on a show that you're like, this is... Like, how do you do this? Like, I'm a fucking metalhead. I don't want to listen to fucking, you know, whatever, you know, classical. Yeah. You know, but then you get some, you know, like the last mic that I did, there was, so I'm up there and I'm kind of a rant comic, and then whatever, like we do 5-7 minute sets. My sets are always like, here's the main umbrella idea. Now let's talk about that. And I'll try to find jokes within that. Right. There's some guys that do non sequiturs where it's like one-liner. Yeah. Completely unrelated one-liner. Right. Completely unrelated one-liner. And that's hard as fuck. Because you gotta write a million jokes. Yeah, Mitch Hedberg, Stephen Wright, that kind of thing. There's a kid, oh god, I don't remember his name, man. I think he's got this like Gen Z name. It's like fucking Braden or something. Shit, what is his name? Oh, I don't want to blow I wish I remembered his name right now, because we literally did a show. We've done 2 shows together now. Right. He writes non sequiturs that are so fucking good. I'm like, this kid's gonna pop off because he's so funny and he's so dry. But damn, I wish I remembered his name so I could shout him out because he's so funny.
Is he? He's from around here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. We did one night stands together for a showcase, and then we did Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle together. He's so funny. I don't want to give away any of his jokes too, because
Right.
he's working them out. So I'm like, fuck, how do I say this is him?
Any of your stuff on like TikTok or anything like that?
Yeah, you can see my
Okay.
my comedy on YouTube or TikTok.
Okay. Is it on the Good Times?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
check
I
it
just
out.
keep everything together.
Yeah, no, because like I was just gonna say, dude, like that's like the other beautiful thing about like social networking is like, dude, it just takes one joke to pop off,
Yeah.
dude, and then like that kind of gets you some traction to where like, you know, next thing you know, you got a room full of 100 people that are paying to want to watch you,
Which would
or,
be
like,
insane
no,
for a comic. you know?
literally, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to not be like a fucking social media comic. Like I
I
want to
know,
get
dude.
good at comedy, but it's such a necessary evil.
No,
I
yeah.
feel the
Especially when
same
every
way with
single
music.
other like person is doing it. Like if you don't do it, you're just basically left
I
behind.
feel the same
Yeah.
way with music, dude. It's like if like you can't just put out music anymore. Like you have to like come up with niche
Thumbnails
videos and
and, like-
thumbnails, and then like videos of you singing in the woods with like your chorus about 100 different times and 100 different angles, so you can post all those over the course of 4 months, and then finding, you know, quirky little, you know, trendy videos to like, and like, dude, I don't hate it. It's just I hate feeling
a
like I
grind.
have to do
a
something.
grind.
Yeah,
It's
forcing it down.
Yeah.
people's throat.
Unrelenting grind.
like sometimes like I feel corny doing it, but like when I look at successful artists, that's what they're doing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they might have like a team behind them that's constantly boom, 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 boom. But regardless, that is what they're doing, dude. They are posting once, if not twice a day on all their platforms. You know, they're all circulating, and like you might see the same video reposted 7 times in a course of a week or something, like, and it's just all little slight variations where like it'll have like a meme on the top of it,
Yeah.
like when you find that song about that special someone, or you know,
point of view,
yeah,
blah blah
right,
blah.
POV, yeah,
Yeah, that's like
literally.
the trend right now.
And like, dude, I won't lie, I've done some of it just because like I know that that's the game that I'm playing, but it does get discouraging a little bit, just like because like as soon as you quit posting for a little bit, you feel like you're falling behind. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's what
And you
sucks.
will, like,
yeah,
you
and you
can
will
look at your
like,
numbers and
right.
just dramatically drop as soon as you fall off that like
oh yeah,
constant grind of dropping content every day. Or,
we had a month. We had a month where we had like 600,000 views.
Yeah,
and it was a good month.
yeah.
And then I had a video get flagged because I put up a short that in the caption, on the screen caption, it said a swear word. I think it said fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck was he thinking? And I got flagged. And then all of my videos got like 40 views for like the rest of that month. And I was like, what the fuck? You know, like,
Shadow ban.
yeah, so I got like banned for having a
Yeah.
swear word in the captions. Like, that's
I've-
the only thing
I've ran into
that's,
similar stuff like
that's
that.
the only thing I could understand, because we were doing so good. I was like,
Right.
dude, everything is getting like,
We
had
kinda
one
got-
we had one that really popped off, and then we had most of our videos had like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 views,
right.
and then a month of like friends and family views where it was
Yeah.
like 40 views.
We kind of got screwed over on our last video, and like what we thought was going to be a good marketing ploy where we shot our video at like our local strip club, and we had like, because it matched the theme of the song a little bit. Like it was like, oh, you know, like I'd rather be anywhere than with you, like even if it's at the strip club with, you know, these, you know, girls who aren't even interested in me, you know, type thing.
Yeah.
And because like there wasn't even any nudity in it, but like every time I went to run
Butt cheeks.
ads on YouTube, it wouldn't let me run ads because of the like the
because of what was
because
in the video.
because it was
we
strippers.
couldn't promote it at all.
And
And,
no,
if you search Hyporium, I think like the video won't even come up like
Yes,
on the like
and it sucks,
as a
dude,
suggested
because
thing because it's got like slight nudity in it.
part of me wanted to like do a re-release, like maybe where like we just cut a lot of the stuff out, because once again, like every time that we've ran ads on YouTube or like Google ads or whatever, or with AdSense, we'll get some good traction. You know what I mean? Like you spend like 150 to 300, you know what I mean? And like spread it out for like a couple weeks, you know, it'll get some good traction. So like, and it has brought in new viewers, but like we were trying to do that with that song. And I think that song is incredible, and it just will not, there's no way. The only thing I can do is boost it on like Facebook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Or boost like a post with the link or
Right.
something.
and it sucks because I really do think people would like vibe with the song, and just like even once again, like in the age of like content, whereas like it's like a wow factor. Like even like you see like, oh, that's so cool. You know, they're at the strip club playing on the fucking stripper pole, and like
Yeah.
it's a cool little nichey thing. And like once again, we made it with it in mind, with like the digital era of like what people, what you think people want to see. And like, unfortunately, like those are things that people want to see. You know what I mean? I mean, not everyone, but I feel like it's a pretty general rule of thumb. Like,
if I remember correctly, didn't we like record like a Pornhub version of that video?
Yeah, so we were going to, because we did some shots of it where like the girls were topless essentially, and we were going to like just at like a marketing thing, we were gonna do like full nudity and just like put it on Pornhub and just see what happens. You know what I mean?
This is so funny. We had the exact same idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great minds, dude.
Yeah. Fucking Paige was like, absolutely not. Yeah, she's like, I have a real job. Like I'm like, so do I, but I won't get in trouble for anything. Like she could get in trouble for, because I not that I was gonna have strippers in here, but I was like, let's just put the podcast on Pornhub and just like see
and just see what happens.
Just see, because like
Black Bear did it. I know.
Black Bear.
Yeah, Black Bear.
Oh, right on.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. But I was like, dude, I was like, yeah, like reset my brain. I was like, what about him?
Stemming, dude.
But I was like, dude, let's put the podcast out on Pornhub and YouTube and Facebook and just on every platform where you can upload shit yourself. And she was like, absolutely not. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I said, and this is kind of the world that we live in. Where another band that did that was I don't know if you're familiar with them, but King A10. They're from like Flint. They're like, I don't even know how to explain them. They're a heavier band, but
what are they called?
King 810, King 810. They actually he shot like it was like an artsy fartsy video, but there was like literally two people, intercourse on the like in this white room.
You could say fucking.
Yeah, that's bold. You know what I mean, dude. I'm just trying to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? No,
there was two people making.
Then
love.
They were trying to fuck,
making a baby.
But yeah, then they put it out on Pornhub. I don't know if it's still up there. I don't know if like for whatever reason. But once again, dude, we live in that era where like you're trying to get your music seen, and like honestly, dude, like a lot of people go to Pornhub, dude. So if they come across my video and like that just generates even 20 new fans, dude, and they're like, dude, I was looking for fat material, and I came across your video, dude.
Dude, your song J.O.I. is so good.
No, dude, literally, man. Like, I just, like I said, when you get, like, I don't even want to say desperate, but, like, you just get to that mindset where you're like,
just thinking outside the box.
Anything more I can do, I'll do it.
Dude, I'll tell you what we did last night. Do you guys want something else to drink, by the way? And we were talking and spitting.
I still got
You got water? You want water or beer?
Yeah, I might take water.
All right.
If you don't mind,
yeah,
sorry.
No, I don't.
He's like, no.
No, I don't mind at all.
Well, I guess if you're gonna grab my water, I might take another beer.
I won't lie, dude.
Do
you think I can run to the bathroom real quick? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I guess if that's the time, I'm probably gonna take a piss break too, real quick.
Sorry. Oh, you're right.
I did not realize that was right there, dude.
You gotta give me some.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
Dude, we're never allowed back here.
Dude, I'm leaving all of this in.
I am so sorry, bro.
You're good. Dude. No worries.
Tyler's about to burn the place down.
I know, man. I feel like a dick.
No, don't feel like a dick. It's so fucking. It's traps in here.
Thank you so much for the hospitality, bro.
Yeah, dude.
We'll try not to knock any more lights over.
Created chaos. Created absolute chaos. It's like, hey, do you want a water? And then and they're like, let me hit the bathroom real quick. And on their walk out, they tripped over the lights and knocked them over, unplugged them, hit the camera. I gotta fix the camera too. Fuck. Oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna have I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you're good, dude.
You're gonna have an awesome angle of me just going face first into that camera.
I'm just gonna post that.
Yeah, no, literally, dude. That's the one. That is the one for sure.
So funny. Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's fucking hilarious.
God, I was like, fucking, goddamn, dude. I can't take this guy nowhere, dude. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my little bandanas. These are actually my show pants, and I just threw them on, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave the bandanas on. I'll give it a little flair.
Hell yeah. Oh, man.
So do you like work around here, or like do you do this full time, or like?
God, I wish.
I know, right, dude?
I'm a pipe fitter.
You a pipe fitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him, we do
Wait, don't.
Oh.
I do. We do a game.
Okay, all right.
I try to figure it out.
Okay, all right.
I know you guys work together. So
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
Similar thing.
Yeah, like not to talk about it, but we I I was like in lawn care for a really, really long time, and like I recently did a occupation shift, and yeah, dude. I mean, I'll be honest, I liked mowing grass. I just like with a baby and stuff on the way, man. I really had to like get something that was a little more concrete. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't take the winters off anymore. Like I had to, be a provider, for my family, and so I'm happy with where I'm at though, dude. It's honestly it makes things a lot easier, like getting to work with like your bandmate. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. The so I guess just to get back to it.
Yeah.
See if we can. I turn the light off to make you climb
don't
through
trip
here.
over. Yeah.
I'm gonna follow your example.
Dude, okay, so we were talking about jobs before or while you were gone. So you used to do lawn care. Fuck it, let's jump right into the game. So
Okay.
I always do this because like I talk to like local small artists, and obviously we're not fucking living off of our art. We're doing it for the love of the game. So I always do this. I always try to figure out what people do for a living. and he almost told me, and I was like, no, don't tell me.
Right.
Don't tell me what it is. But okay. So you guys work together.
Yep.
And you said that you used to do lawn care and you
Yeah.
had an occupation change.
Yeah.
You changed careers. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna guess that you don't do lawn care anymore.
That's a safe guess.
And you guys work together now.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it's a concrete place, meaning it's like a building that you go to.
Yep,
together.
I gave you some clues.
Yeah, you gave me a bunch of clues. And you guys work in Jackson?
Yes.
If you call it work.
Yeah.
if
we
you
hang out, we bro out,
Fuck. Wait. Oh, that's okay. That's throwing me off.
Yeah, actually, that might have been a
That's-
bad tip because we're
that's-
supposed to be pretty professional.
Fuck. Okay. Is it? I'm gonna ask questions, but I don't want to get so specific.
We'll
It
let you
makes it
know.
obvious.
Like, no, if you're going too
I'm not gonna
far.
lie,
Yeah.
dude, I don't even know what we do.
I have a term that I say.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So do you okay? So you guys, it's a large building.
Fairly big.
Okay.
I'd say it's fairly big.
Okay. And I'm gonna assume I assume it's not retail since you're sending each other stupid rap songs.
No, it's not retail. I'll give you that one.
Okay. Is it a trade?
Some would consider it probably.
Yeah, I mean,
The way we do it, probably not.
in some of the aspects of it, I think are like in line with it being a trade, but it's like a collection of things that you have to do. So like,
Ooh.
it's not necessarily like, I don't know, like it definitely like I said, some of the things that you do at the job like could be considered a trade, like a part of a trade. But
Yeah.
but we're not like certified at the trade, but like we know how to do the trade. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So you have things that you have to do that are akin to a trade, but you're not necessarily that trade.
Yeah.
And it's in a building.
Yep.
It's in a large
That is in a
building.
building.
And you should be professionals about it, but
Right.
you're not because you're goofballs.
Right.
Are you guys machinists?
No. But like that's honestly really damn close.
Damn it.
They're really damn close.
I mean, and the thing about it is that like we do run some machines, but that's not the job.
I think
you know
he's
what I
talking
mean?
about like building machines.
Yeah, no,
there's some fine precision with that where we
Right.
get a little bit more leeway.
What do you guys do without giving away your business?
We do. It's like he said, it's kind of tough, but we basically fabricate
Yeah,
trucks.
fabrication.
Oh, all right. Oh, I know where you work.
Yeah. So-
my one of my childhood best friend's dad delivers the plywood to build the trailers to that place.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of the right place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
And Jackson?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
it's possible.
Yeah, we work for like Consumers Energy or like power companies across the country.
Dude,
Like,
literally,
Oh,
on their
like,
okay. I don't know where.
utility
Okay,
Like,
so
we'll
never
get
mind.
sent-
It's not the right spot.
We'll get
then.
sent like brand new trucks essentially, and they'll basically give us a list, and they're like, we want a canopy, we want strobe lights, we want overhead lights, we want
Oh.
inverters, we want
Right on.
this, we want tables in it, we want shelving, we want this. So then basically like kind of going back to like the machine thing, so like sometimes we have to bend all the metal to make a shelf, and then we have to, cut it and do this. And then like the trade aspect is like the electrical stuff, like, cause there is a lot of electrical running and stuff like that. So like it's
and welding.
Yeah. Welding.
Yeah.
Like I don't weld, but like, yeah, then welding's part of it too. Like I said, I just started there probably like, let's say like 6 months ago, 7 months ago.
He's learning a lot.
Yeah.
And
It sounds fucking cool though. So you guys take like a platform, like a whatever those fucking gigantic Ford trucks are. Like the
Ford F-350 or
F-350s or whatever, and then you put on like the cab they want,
Yeah,
and you dress it out to whatever.
Sometimes it's a
they need it
flatbed,
for.
sometimes it's an enclosed canopy. Like sometimes they want.
That's a cool job.
It's like it's stressful in its own
rewarding.
right. Like every job is, but it's like he's made it like a point. Like it feels like adult Legos. Like sometimes it can be really frustrating trying to figure things out, just because like these engineers will make stuff and in their head they're like, oh, this cabinet's 33 inches, so that means that you can put 32 inches of this. But like actually getting it in there and making it look good on top of there being like an outlet in there, it doesn't work that way. So essentially, like what we have to do is figure out the best way to get all that stuff in there. You know what I mean, and make it look okay
and safe for everybody.
And then so like then when you do figure it out, you're like, hell yeah, dude, we figured that out. Like it's like, I don't know, and it's like honestly, like even running the electrical stuff, like I never messed with any of that stuff before this. Like I have common sense about like power ground, but like now, like like we're hooking up lights, outlets, like all this shit, and I'm like, that's cool, that's good information to have. You know what I mean? Like when you get older, you want to try to be more of a handyman around your own house and just stuff like that. Work on your car if you need to. Like we don't do like really any mechanic stuff. Like I'm still kind of like I'm still illiterate when it comes to that. But like even just like doing that stuff, it is like it's gratifying once you figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you guys? So you started at the job like 6 months ago. So you guys
in January,
were in the band for like 10 years together
so
before
believe
you
it or
worked
not,
together?
he got his job like a year before I started there, maybe a little bit longer, and it was literally right by where I lived. Like like I told you about the moped, like I literally ride my moped to work. It's like 45-second ride. So
it's hilarious.
So like winter had came, I had some issues with my old job, and I'm like, dude, I just really need to get in somewhere. Like, and it'd be nice. I don't have my license right now. I'm working on getting it back, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so I went and applied, and dude, I love it because I'm close to my home. So like I can, if my girl needs me with the baby or anything like that, I can get there. I don't have a long drive. I save on gas. I go there for lunch. I don't have to spend money on lunch. Like, it's cool how it all worked out.
It's a lot of green flags.
Yeah,
for that job,
you know what I mean.
you.
Like,
yeah,
and
for sure.
then he worked there, and I was like, like there are times like, we can shoot the shit about the band or whatever, kind of brainstorm ideas and stuff. Like whereas otherwise,
together before too at the pizza place.
We did pizzas together, and then that was just a funny story. I got fired, and they wanted him to fire me, and he's like, I'm not gonna fire him. So then he got fired, and then they're like,
You and
oh,
your boyfriend
yeah,
can
you
leave.
and your boyfriend can leave, and we're just like, okay,
That's
like
hilarious.
funny.
We will.
Yeah, we're right. We out.
How'd you guys meet? Because you're like almost 10 years apart.
Yeah, band.
We got a mutual friend that he's still a good friend of ours, but we don't really necessarily hang out so much anymore. But yeah, like I met him through that guy. His name's Cam, and I guess we kind of just hit it off after that.
Right on.
I don't know if I'm as like crazy as he is, but I definitely got a little bit of like ADHD too, so we'll just be going right back.
Yeah,
and forth
kind
off
of like bouncing off each other a little bit. So
Yeah.
but yeah, we were mutuals. Like he was still in high school, and we would cross paths, and then like I was like looking for a member of the band, and I was like,
I actually tried out for the band like 4 years before I got in it,
Yeah.
and I was young, dude. I was like 15, 16, and I came there. I didn't even know how to hook the amp up or anything, and because I just played on combo amps like up until then, and
Right.
they're like, yeah, man, maybe this isn't best for you.
yeah,
And then a few years later, someone was like talking about him. He was like the reason why my school wasn't allowed to like drive themselves to this career center. I don't know if the statute of limitations is up. on that
no,
yet,
you're
but-
good, dude.
But so I was like, man, I should hit him up. And then and this is like back in like 2016, 2017, and we played for like 3 or 4 years, like doing a lot of shows, and then like fell off. Like each band member kind of had like a little like their own path they were going down. I think the guitar player had a band that he was touring in, and then he had another band that he was touring in, and that was actually the moment when I started writing raps, because I was just like a rhythm guitar player at the time. So we all kind of started going down our own paths, and then I don't even know really what brought us back together, but there was just a night where we ended up in the garage
To be-
drinking together.
to be
and we were
honest
like, dude,
with
we could
you,
make some music.
What happened, like what I kind of remember what happened is that Dropout Kings dropped a song called Glitch Gang. And I remember like hearing it, and I like sent it to him, and I sent it to, and we had no intentions of actually being Hyporium at that point. I was like, dude, we should just get together and try doing this. And then we got, was it Swag? Yeah, we got Swag together, and like at the end of it, like we were all drinking and you know having a good time, and Cameron was like, well, we should come up with a band name. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I'm at that age where like I have no interest in starting a new band. I was like, if I'm gonna put something out, like I'm gonna do I'm gonna do it as Hyporium, and then like, you know, if he wants to do featuring XTC, or like if you want, like however you want to go about that. I was like, but honestly, I like the way this came out so good that like we could implement this into the song. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be every song, but like I think it could be a really good blend of breaking things up with adding in rap verses here, and you know,
Something to pull out the arsenal.
And then like
Once in
he
a
was
while.
playing guitar at the time, and then like we had an option where, because like I was like, you can still play guitar if you want to, bro. I was like, but I know that you're going to be rapping live. It might be a little bit easier for you to play bass. Now, granted, I don't know if it ended up being
I was gonna
easier.
say, at least that's what we thought.
But that's what we thought, yeah. So, but he kind of took the role on, and like I will say, like there are parts where like he might not be playing, but it makes more sense for the bass not to be playing rather than like the guitar. So I think it did work out. It's just like everything just kind of fell together, and we like I said, after that first song we did together, like that was like when we were like, yeah, we're gonna do like the EDM thing, we're gonna do like the trap rock, you know, stuff. I was like, let's just start making stuff that we want to make, and like that we also like what we think, I guess, people want to listen to, you know, to a degree. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
mean,
like every artist wants to kind of please the audience a little bit. Like, whether like that's exactly why you're doing it, or if you want to do it and hope that like other people liking it is kind of just a perk. Like at the end of the day, like people want their art to be appreciated, and we had been in the Hyporium for so long, we kind of had a little bit of a idea of what people were digging.
we I think also too, like there's always a weird divide in creating where you have like this musical like ideology where you're like, I want to make music that like I like type stuff, and then there's the other end of it where you're like, I want people to enjoy what I'm putting out. Like, granted, like you can put out the most technical song ever and it like you be just savant, and like some people will like it, probably musicians, or you do like the standard, like this is just an example, but like the AC/DC, it's like one riff, it's like repetitive, it's got a chorus, like, and like that's what kind of gets people clapping their hands, and like the melodies will get stuck in their head, and it's like kind of finding that balance of like I want that, like from the time we start playing to the time we stop, I want the crowd fucking singing our songs. I want them jumping up and down. You know, I want them all just have like that burst of energy, because like that's what I want to create, and I'm sure the guys do too. And it just, like I said, I think we've just found that like nice middle ground too. Like whereas like, and we have so many different genres that we play in that like it just gives us so much leeway to do what it is that we are trying to accomplish, you know what I mean? So it's crazy the journey, really, like how long it's been. Like I think I've been in this band for like, I don't know, like 10, 12 years, you know what I mean? And we've had so many different members, and we've fallen off, came back, we've done all that stuff, and like I'm happy as hell where we're at right now, you know what I mean? We just got a new drummer not too long ago. He's incredible. You know, we switched guitar players, dude. He's a good guy. Like we're just, you know, I'm just trying to keep the ball floating. Like, you know, it's like even after having a kid, like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you're going to have to slow down. I'm like, dude, I understand that there's things that I'll probably have to do, like to be a parent, but that doesn't mean that you have to give up on your dreams per se. You know what I mean? If anything, I want to show my kid like, yo, dude, like you can still follow your passions even though you got a family. Like,
Don't give up on it.
Right. Don't give up on it. Like, even if I never make it to this, you know, prestige level of anything, like I know that I've impacted, you know, people's lives with, you know, awesome countless Saturday nights or Friday nights where like, you know, they're like, you know, they probably still think about it to this day. You know what I mean? Like about like, dude, that was so cool. Like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And like, I don't know. It does make you feel good. Like, I know it's not for nothing, I guess, essentially. Yeah. Like,
well, this is a conversation that I've had a few different ways, but like the money and time that I spend on the podcast, like you could say, why don't you put all these hundreds of dollars that you spend a month on your studio and the software and all the shit that I spend money on. Why don't you put all that money into your fucking IRA and your 401k? And it's like, but how many people do you know that have like a fucking car in their garage that they've been working on for 15 years, or they have a Harley that they spend all of their money on, or you know what I mean, or they golf or whatever the fuck. And so although this isn't a fucking sports car that's in my garage for 6 months a year and I pull it out on the weekends, like
it's the same thing.
This is the same thing. I'm spending my money and my time on something that I enjoy. And a lot of people look at this like this podcast and doing comedy as a business, like, oh, you're investing all this money. Like, do you think, are you making any money yet? Are you getting money back? I'm like, dude, fucking, like, no, like, no, no, I'm losing hundreds of dollars a month to do this podcast. But this is like my fucking golf. You know what I mean? Well, I also golf, but but this is my fucking, you know, this is my whatever. This is my hobby that I spend my time and money on. And so instead of isolating in the garage and like wrenching on some piece of shit Miata,
no, literally,
I've got the podcast where I get to, because I like talking to people. I get like, we would have never crossed paths.
No, absolutely.
And if we did, it would be like, oh, good show, high five, and goodbye.
Never see you again.
But but because of this fucking, you know, platform that me and Paige have created, and now I get to sit people down and have, you know, 2 or 3 hour conversations with them about like how and the why behind the artist, man. And that's way more valuable to me than having a shiny fucking Harley Davidson, you know.
And the connection you get, like you said, dude, you get to meet a lot of people and like, you know, hear stories and you know, laugh and kind of get, I don't know, dude. Like, I actually did a podcast like a few years ago, like where it was all online, but like me and like 4 of my buddies, we would just like find random content online and we would just go through it for a couple hours and just laugh and, you know, commentate, whatever. And like, dude, it was so much fun. Like, you know, we were on Twitch and like sometimes, you know, we'd get 20 viewers, you know, whatever, but we really didn't care. Like, it was just a cool thing to like get together with your bros and like, you know, shoot the shit, laugh, you know, they might have a couple drinks, and like, it was like every other Thursday, and it was fun, dude. It was like, it's, I like that type of stuff. Like, I like connecting with people, you know what I mean? Like, and everyone's different, but yeah, dude, like, it's...
Dude, the amount of people that we've had in here in the last, you know, like between this studio and the last one. Right. I mean, we've been actively at this. So we're going on our 2nd year as a podcast, but we're going on like 1 year as a guest-based podcast. Mm-hmm. The amount of people that we've had in here, the amount of fucking weirdos that we've had in here that we get to meet and talk to and like find out like, oh, you know, it's invaluable to me. This is like a, you know, I get to like, it's like I've had 1 million friends instead of my fucking core group of 10 guys where it's like, I know all you fucking idiots and the how and the why behind you morons. Now I've got 100 fucking friends, and the differences in perspectives are so vast, and it's just invaluable to talk to all these people and scratch below the surface and like find out what makes people fucking tick, and you know, and why one guy with this work ethic is doing really well with his art, and then you talk to someone who's works like a fucking psychopath but is getting nowhere with his art. You know what I mean? And just
and to dive deep into their brains and see what the hell's going on up
there. I love it. It's and now I'm excited about the next few episodes that we're doing, man. I mean, obviously I'm excited about having you guys on because you guys fucking rip, but we're starting to branch off into a different angle too, which is like I'm trying to get there's an organization called D-Flock. Have you heard of this controversy about the Flock systems?
No,
honestly.
Flock is like a AI powered like camera system, a camera network that like tracks people.
I got you. Yeah.
It's basically like Big Brothers in the sky.
Yeah, and Skynet.
It's literally Skynet, and like all these municipalities are paying for Flock to basically watch the citizens of their jurisdiction. Right. And so D-Flock is an organization that's against this, and they're trying to show these municipalities like this is a problem. There's like cases of disgruntled employees stalking their ex-girlfriends using this system. There's like all kinds of these AI systems are flagging the wrong people, and people who are innocent are getting hurt or arrested or killed, and like so. I'm actively talking to an organization called DFLOC. I want to have them on and talk about it. I was in talks to have the sheriff of Oakland County come on and talk because he's a proponent. He's for this flock system,
right?
And he's for all these drone systems.
See what you're saying. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like to have like these opposing views come on and talk not together, but we'll like because I don't want to be like the next fucking Tucker Carlson or something. But to like have these conversations
that contrast, you know what I mean? Like, and you're willing to hear both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? And like that honestly is almost like a lost art nowadays because I feel like everyone just kind of leans into an extremism and then like they just ride that. Whereas like
and so unwilling to like hear any like opposing
and
ideology.
Yeah,
because like there's a lot of gray area in the world, you know, and everyone wants to just kind of lean so far one way or the other.
People don't even want to believe that there's gray area because they're pushed to the extreme by these algorithms.
Both sides
you know?
too.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if you start to lean one way, the algorithms feed everything. Exactly. And then you get more and more left, or more and more right.
Right.
And then you're like, why are you fucking drawing a hammer and a sickle on yourself?
No,
do you know what they do to people?
Right.
You're gone too far, sir.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you thinking?
No, I've like purposely made like I've never been the type to like block anybody or add or unadd anybody just because of like their different views. I honestly I prefer to have like as many different kinds of like,
I want a
views.
melting pot, dude. I like to see what both like and everywhere in between, like you know what people are talking about because like
poor people that
like
can't afford food as opposed to people that are paying more in taxes than I'll make in a year.
You create this echo chamber around you where like you nitpick with the things you want around you, so like it all kind of reinforces your ideology. And like I'm a firm believer in like learning, you know what I mean? Knowledge, like you learn new stuff all the time. Every day you're learning, you know, if you're not, you're in trouble. Like knowledge is valuable in every sense and every day it changes. You know, there's new information out there. And like even like Googling like unbiased news, like I like to like I want to see what the like the neutrality of it. I know most of the time there's a lot of bias one way or the other, but like they do have neutral news sources out there, you know what I mean?
That you can read both of them too,
right? And that too, like seeing what people are saying on the far this and the far that, and like I just one thing I've learned like is just like you really can't believe anything that you see or even hear because like there's always either some kind of nuance to it or some kind of
agenda behind the way
you know
they
what I
tell
mean.
the
So like I want to come to my own conclusions, you know what I mean, and like that's kind of where I'm at with it. And like I said,
most people, I don't think most people are like that at all.
No, they just want to be spoon fed every.
Well,
I think they're also afraid of being wrong.
Yeah,
they want to be right. So. You know, if you just double down and you dig your heels in and this is the way it is because God or and whatever the fuck.
Is like
I believe this science, which is the left side version of God, is right. I follow this science,
right? But social media has given everyone their virtual soapbox, and then there's no real like whereas like me and you could be talking right now in person, and you'll have maybe some civility and everything will like you can both be opposing views, but you can at least have a conversation. Whereas like when you're online, you know what I mean? You're on this virtual soapbox, and then on top of that, you're like, oh fuck you, you little piece of shit. Like whereas you wouldn't say that to someone in person. Some people might. I'm not saying they all, but more times than none, I've noticed that that's kind of how it works.
Well, that's a huge thing. The guys from Venom of Virtue was saying the exact same thing. We're like, dude, so many people forgot that you can say something and that thing led to you getting punched in the fucking face. Right. But like, and then you do this online and there's such a disconnect that you can go from like, hey, I don't know, the thing, like, whatever, the story we were told about 9/11 is fishy. What's going on here? And then someone's like, fuck you. And then you're a fucking piece of, you're Islamophobe. And then you go like to the extreme or whatever immediately. And you're like, whoa, hold on a second.
I'm just asking questions.
We're just having a conversation. I'm not attacking you as a person. I'm questioning why is your ideas your ideas.
Right.
Like, a lot of the times, dude, I'll start having conversations with people. And I'll say what I feel off of instinct. And I'm like, well, why do you think that? And then I'm like, oh, wait, fuck. I've never actually mapped why I think this. Maybe I was just told by somebody that that's the way it is, and I just accepted it and never looked into it myself.
Right. A lot easier that
and
way.
then Well, but now my belief is me. It's me. I am this belief. But
Right.
you're not. You're fucking not. It's
Right.
just one thing out of the
Right.
whatever terabyte your brain can
Yeah.
fucking hold.
Right.
You know, and the social media has absolutely made politics more extreme.
Oh yeah, dude,
or
to
people's average beliefs.
viewpoints and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and but like on the job site, like I think the average person is in the middle. Like
Right.
I'm a pipe fitter, so like being on fucking Good Times Noodle Salad bingo.
Right.
I say I'm a pipe fitter like 100 times an episode. I've been told, but so I am a pipe fitter, and on the job site, these guys, like most of the guys that I work with, are not guys that are all over social media. They're not like
Right.
they're like I'm build shit and I go home and hang out with my kids and
Right.
fucking work on my car or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and those guys are all like in the middle.
Right.
You know, they're not.
And there's a lot of those people out there. People forget that there's people that just don't use the social media to go home and just live a regular life. They're
Right. They're just like, hey, what's on Apple TV? They're not
Right.
fucking like going through forums arguing with people on Facebook or
Right.
Reddit or whatever to go
Right.
trying to change the world by yelling at people for not agreeing with them. It's
Right.
like, you know. Oh,
Honest-
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
You go ahead because I
Yeah,
just
okay.
remembered
I'll
that
interrupt
what we were
both
going to
of you.
talk about before we had our
Honestly, like if it wasn't
set
for
collapse.
like the band, like I probably wouldn't interact as much on like socials as like much as I do. Like, cause even like when I'm scrolling, like I'm looking for like what's trendy, you know, what's going on, like what are these bands doing, and then like I'll get an idea from that, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go cut up a video and do this, or
Yeah.
like, and unfortunately, like it's not that I'm not gonna lie, you know, I doom scroll a little bit, but like I just feel like I wouldn't be so inclined to do that, just because like when you're running a business, like you almost have to have socials, you know, your social.
You have to
Like
be tuned
honestly,
in with what's
we
going
struggle.
on.
Like
You
I
have to
struggle
be.
with doing everything, because like, you know, I can do Facebook, and like I was doing TikTok for a while, but like it's like you gotta get on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat stories, YouTube Shorts, you know, all these
Yeah.
different platforms, and like, dude, you're gonna sit there and spend an hour posting a 15-second clip between hashtagging, tagging, this, that, like what's gonna cut through the algorithm, and it just gets, like I said earlier, it kind of like gets discouraging a little bit, because you're just like, if I don't do this, then I feel like I'm failing, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like it sucks to feel that way, but like,
You got to feed the monster.
right,
Though. That's
you
the
know
thing.
what I mean?
It's fucking,
Yeah,
it
if you
blows.
want to take it somewhere, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like you have to play the game, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's the reality of it. Like,
So okay, so funnily enough, this helps me transition to what I remembered what I was going to bring up before we had the set collapse.
yeah.
Uh,
Thanks a lot, Brad.
you son of a
You
bitch.
little piece of shit.
So you were talking about like how can I get an edge, right? Like
Right.
how like what can I do to try to get some attention to the art that I'm trying to create here? And so like we were doing stickers, but stickers are like, I mean, like the cheapest I was able to find stickers were like 70 cents a piece,
Yeah.
which is so fucking much money when
Yeah.
people don't really give a fuck about a sticker. Like
Right.
they just
Most of the time, you're giving them away for free.
I was gonna try to sell them for like 50 cents, like
Yeah.
just try to make some of the
Something-
money back,
something, yeah.
just to
Always
like
do.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
we
who the
always try.
But like, who the fuck wants a sticker, right? So
Yeah.
like, I just give stickers away and then put it on your shit, and maybe someone will see it, right? I was giving them away at job sites and shit, trying and putting them on porta potties or whatever. And then so I ended up doing business cards, because you can get like I got I think 2,000
You can get
of
them for
those
cheap.
cards for like
Yeah.
$50.
Yeah.
So I got business cards, and I was like, okay. I was talking to my kids and my fiance. I'm like, all right, like how can we get these business cards out? Like I'm not gonna go mailbox to mailbox, because
Right.
it's fucking, that'll just annoy people.
Right.
But like at my kids' sporting events, I was like, hey, I'll be right back. And I went for like a 15-minute walk and just went up and down
Yeah.
every aisle, putting a business card in every single fucking like in between the window and the door or whatever out of their cars.
Yeah.
Just put them in. I gave out like 200 that way.
Yeah.
And but then I was talking about like, well, we're trying to like work out and shit. Like maybe if we go for walks, we will like, I don't know about stuffing a mailbox. That feels like maybe I shouldn't do that. But I
Right.
also don't want to be the guy knocking on fucking screen doors,
Right.
putting
We
know
don't
at
want
their
any.
houses. Last night we went to see Santana and the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, hell yeah,
at
dude.
Pine Knob. It was
Yeah.
a good concert. I think I got super fucking high and fell asleep, but it was fine. I think. And but anyway. when we were going in there, so me, Paige, our friends Emily and Jake went together, and then we were meeting Paige's parents who were there with their two friends. So there's, what is that, 2, 4, 6, 8 of us.
Right.
So I had 2 fucking handfuls like this big of business cards
Yeah.
in my pockets. And so when we meet up we're tailgating before the show starts. And I go, hey, I got a side quest for this tonight. And I pull out the business cards. I'm like, everybody take like 100. They're like,
Right.
what? Fucking really? I'm like, yes, get rid of them. I was like, get rid of them. And they're like, okay. And like the girls thought it was hilarious. So they were like, game on. And they're like talking to everybody like, hey, check out the podcast.
Right.
So they got rid of 1,000,000 cards that way. And then I was like chatting up the chick selling beer. So I was able to like, hey, let me fucking put a couple of handfuls of, and she's like, yeah, go ahead. So like I put a couple of little stacks at each window at one of the beer tents, which was dope. and then on the walk out, we were handing it, because when that concert ends, everybody's like fucking funneled
out, dude.
So I'm like giving them to everybody that'll take them. And then we get in the car and we're like inching our way out, moving like maybe 5 feet at a time and stopping. So I'm like reaching out the window going, hey, you dropped this.
Right.
And like people are coming over to me like, what is it? I'm like, it's not drugs, I swear to God. I'm like, I don't want it then. I'm like, okay, it's drugs. And so I'm like giving away cards. And then so we're like dying laughing doing this because we gave out like fucking probably, I don't know, maybe 500 cards last night. But the one that made me laugh the hardest is that I pulled up to some teenager that's like waving the fucking cars with his like light wands, you know, some like 18-year-old fucking kid who's like just hates his life for having to have a job. And I'm like, hey, Jerry said you got to hand these out. And he goes, who is Jerry? I'm like, Jerry, your boss? You got to give these out. And he's like, dude, I was laughing so fucking hard.
Did he do it?
I don't know. I gave him a stack of like probably 100.
Fuck is Jerry, dude?
Jerry will be hearing about
He's like,
this.
who the fuck is Jerry? I was talking about that at work today. I was like, I should have said Jerry Pine.
there
Like
you
Jerry
go.
Pine,
Yeah, like
as in Pine
knob,
Knob.
dude.
You're fucking the owner.
We went to a couple shows at Pine Knob, and we have like these glow in the dark bracelets that have our name on them. And I would always bring like, I don't know, maybe just because they're a little bit more expensive, like maybe like 50 of them. And I would literally do like the same thing. I would just walk around and be like, hey, are you interested? You know, would you like a bracelet? Like, this is my band, dude. Like, check us out.
Yeah.
And, you know, like that type of stuff. And like, dude, honestly, a lot of the times that stuff can work. You know what I mean? And like the cool thing about our stuff is it's like a glow in the dark band. So like, even if like you might not look it up, like you're gonna have that on there with the name, and like who knows, dude, someone else might see it and they might like it, you know, or whatever.
I was like, I was reading a marketing book, and I don't want to become a marketing bro to be able to do this fucking podcast. But if I'm gonna keep doing it, I would like for it to pay for its
the
fucking
same
self.
thing, like I said,
sure,
dude.
you know?
It is a big part of like anything you're doing with content or anything anymore. Like, and I know what you mean, dude. It's like, but if I really want to put this to the next level, dude, I'm gonna have to learn how to market. Like,
well, that's a huge thing that was in that book, is like physical advertising.
yeah.
And I thought like, oh, you just go straight to the meat and the potatoes, right? Like, just fucking pay for ads on Facebook, pay for ads on YouTube, pay for ads on Instagram or whatever. And as I'm reading through this book, it's like, no, that's like you'll get superficial followers. Like, oh, that song's cool. Follow, and then it means
that
nothing.
That has
because they're
to nothing.
following 700 OnlyFans thirst traps.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about the band.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about the podcast.
Right.
But you have, you know, so it was like, if you're trying to build like a legitimate following of people that care about what you're doing, give them a physical thing, a business card, a bracelet, a fucking whatever, a t-shirt, blah, blah, blah. And that thing exists, and people aren't so quick to throw a physical thing away. And if you give them a little fucking matchbook, or a little matchbook with your fucking logo on it, well, I need matches, but fuck that band. Throw it in a drawer, and then they see it every time they look for matches.
Dude, I should look at that fucking band.
You know what I mean?
They
And
leave
they're
it
like,
at their
dude,
buddy's house on accident.
exactly. And then that
over
thing actually exists with your fucking name on it. And even though it's sitting there for a year or two before they really give a fuck that it's there.
Right.
What is that? Where did I get this? And then, you know what I mean? It's, oh shit, this fucking podcast is actually good, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
Versus,
That's a really good point.
versus you spend that whatever you set your budget, $5 a day for 100 days or whatever the fuck the budget is on Instagram.
What you
or whatever.
said about it being superficial is like kind of how we were actually talking about that on the way up here. Is I was like, what, like I can spend $20 to like have it say that I got 20,000 views, even though it correlated to nothing. Like it's just like your own like little kind of dick stroking like thing to be like, I got 20,000 views, and like I was telling him, because like on my personal and the band page, like right now, like no ads, organically getting like anywhere from 30 to 40,000 views a month, and like it's not huge numbers or anything, but like that's all just
that's nothing.
No, like it's not like I'm not spending money on it. I have before in the past, but I was just like, it doesn't feel good to me. Like I don't mind putting some money behind like a music video here and there, like stuff like that, but realistically I'm like, this is all organic, you know what I mean? This is literally just from the years and years of us building what we're building. And like I think the band page has like 20,000 views, my personal has like 33,000 right now for the month, and like I'm like, dude, like this is literally just me, and I haven't even really been posting much, because the baby came and I was just a little like, I had so many things going on, but we have shows coming up, so like I want to get back in the flow of like where I'm making a post once a day, so like whether it's a flyer or an old video or whatever the case may be, and like I can just watch it, like it's climbing, and like it is nice, because like I said, that's all what we built, you know what I mean? There's no real like, we're not dumping hundreds of dollars behind it. It's just all organic as hell. And it's like we talked about too, it's like, would you rather have 1 million followers on Facebook, let's just say Facebook, and maybe like, whereas like only 100,000 of those people are actually like interacting with you, or would you rather have like 50,000 and all 50,000 are they're diehards, what I mean? Like, granted, I know like it's more, but like it's just an example, I guess, so to speak, is like I see it where like a band will have 200,000 followers and they are like, whatever, it doesn't matter if it's a band or, but like they have 200,000, but like I'd say a good 175,000 of those people are, like in it. They come out to the shows, they're always packed, and then you see like someone with like 1.5 mil and they're booking a tour and then it cancels because they can't sell tickets.
Because they can't sell tickets.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like, dude, like, and that does like play a role. And like I get trying to play the numbers game and like, showing venues like, yeah, I got 1 point something million views and this and that, but none of it actually correlates into anything.
At the end of the day, like we went on the road with bands that have excellent numbers, like online, like a band Billboard charting artist, and like
and then
the
they
shows
don't do
weren't
shit,
always
dude.
the best shows, what I mean? I'm not talking shit about the band by any means.
Yeah,
it was
like,
really hard to put people in rooms, dude. Like genuinely, like, and it could have been an issue on our end. Like maybe we weren't doing enough promoting, we weren't doing this, we weren't doing that. But
it's so hard to get people to leave the house.
No,
dude.
literally, especially during the week on a Tuesday. Because you're out on the road for 2 weeks. Like you have to fill your time. So like you're on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and like usually your best days are Fridays and Saturdays. But be honest with you, sometimes those are even tough because a lot of people have other stuff going on those days where they're not like, oh yeah, like I could go see this band, but I also don't really give it. I got to go out with my girlfriend or whatever,
Dude, so earlier in the week, we went to go see Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah.
I seen that on your Facebook.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I envy that. I love Taking Back Sunday.
I love Taking Back Sunday.
How was the live show? Just a side note.
He was so much better.
Oh, okay, cool.
Than he was the first time I saw him.
Hell yeah.
The first time I saw him, absolutely way too fucked up to perform.
Yeah.
This time, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Hell yeah.
It was like pretty close to like whoa.
Yeah.
It was like legit. It's like progress, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's got like a sobriety thing that he's dealing with or not. I don't know anything about the singer, but the first time I saw him, he was so fucked up I was getting pissed.
Yeah.
That I was even at that
That's
concert.
been like the trend I've been seeing online
but
a lot.
He was really good this
Good,
time.
man. I like to hear that.
And he's a hell of a performer. He's got
dude,
these like
is.
He's got these like I almost want to say like Mick Jagger, maybe Iggy Pop influenced like dance moves, and it's really entertaining. It's really fun to watch, man.
I've seen him at Freedom Hill before, and like he was he's an awesome front man. It's just a matter of like if he's
keeping it together.
Yeah, literally.
I was honestly hoping that you brought that up though, because I think it's been a couple years now though. My last rap show that I did like as an individual like rap artist, we had the opportunity to hang out at Taking Back Sunday's like studio down where was it, Ohio? Or
in Ohio.
And dude, it was so surreal being able to like, this is a band I grew up listening to, loves them, dude. And I'm like looking at all these walls, like MTV awards and shit, and like we're up in their studio, and then we were playing there. The band that I was like roadieing with, they were playing. Then I actually had the opportunity to end the set with a rap set or end the night with a rap set. Like that shit was badass. I love Taking
crazy.
Back Sunday. That's one of my favorite bands.
Hell yeah.
It was
It's
a
awesome.
really cool place, dude. It's like an old church, and like they revamped it. Like the whole upstairs was like a full studio, and then like downstairs it was like it almost looked like a gym, like an old like gym, and then like they basically turned that into a stage. And dude, it was really cool, dude. The atmosphere.
This is just Taking Back Sundays, like
It's-
private
I-
place.
Yeah,
or this
I
is,
mean, it's
don't
kind of
necess-
like a venue.
I think it's more of like a
don't know.
producers work out of there, I think, and then like I think that they use that space to like do their tracks or something.
there was a place. Oh man, you're sparking all kinds of shit in my head right now. I think there's a place in Detroit. We reached out to the owners of it, and they never got back to us. But there's an artist. When I looked up a lineup of artists that are on this record label or whatever they are, I was like, they're stacked, but they're into. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to look that up separately, dude. What is this?
I don't know what the name is called, dude. I know that the last time that we were down there, I talked to the guy because he was booking at another place, and he said that the place flooded, and they were in the process of doing like an insurance claim or whatever. So I don't know if they ever got. I know that I'll have the flyer somewhere that has the name on it. I just have to look it up.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I
like
bet
the
I could
biggest
find
place either. It was like kind of like an older place, but it was like cool. It just had like a vibe to it,
Dude, and it
like,
had this old like probably 150-year-old organ still in there, and like they opened it up and like showed us, dude, and it was just like, it's massive, like an old church organ, and it's been in there since like the beginning of the church, with like the 1900s or something.
like 90% of the instrument is like on
Dude,
behind the wall.
It was,
that's awesome.
It was crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah. Oh, so I brought up Taking Back Sunday because
yeah,
so we're at the venue on a Tuesday, and I think it was Tuesday. But anyway, so we're at the venue on a Tuesday, and we're drinking and smoking
Right.
and like getting ready for the show. We watched Bayside. Bayside fucking murdered it. They opened for Taking Back Sunday. Then Taking Back Sunday was rock solid. They brought the OG guitar player back from like the Make Damn Sure days.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like he just like he quit right after that, I think.
Mhm.
But he can't. So he's back with them and they're touring together. It's fucking killer. It's great. But I had a moment where I got like sad because I was like, dude, this band was like the biggest band for like any like punk skateboarder kid
right.
grew up watching like CKY videos or whatever. Like Taking Back Sunday was like Taking Back Sunday and The Used were like the two bands.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm here on a fucking Tuesday. Like, why are these guys not fucking selling out Friday, Saturday? You know what I
Right.
mean? And then I like looked around and I was like, hold on, what the fuck am I talking about? There's like 3,000 people here on a Tuesday.
Right.
Like, what am
No,
I talking
honestly,
about,
yeah.
dude? Like, what? Like, and so I had to like, put, like, I'm having these thoughts internally, and I'm like
Right.
putting myself in check, going like, they got like 3,000 people to come to Detroit and party on a
Right.
fucking Tuesday.
And what's
and
crazy
they
too
were,
is
they were popping years ago.
right.
Yeah.
And what's crazy too with like all of the like negative like press that they've been getting, like not like cancel like worthy, but like just that he's been putting on bad shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people still pulled up because it's one of those nostalgia things where like, oh fuck it, I want to go see Taking It Back Sunday. I want to hear the classics. I want to hear the
Yeah.
bangers. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and yeah, dude. I mean,
and
like,
their new record, by the way, they put out a new record. It's fucking killer.
I
Honestly, I haven't
It's
checked
fucking,
that out.
it's
yet.
fucking
I'm gonna have
killer.
I'll have to check
It's
it.
killer, and they're putting on good live shows all of a sudden. Like the first time I saw them, I was pissed, like
Right.
pissed. I was like, "Come on, dude! I spent this money that I did not have at the time
Right.
to go see Taking Back Sunday," and he always kind of swings the mic and shit. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of like his like
thing.
thing. But like I remember at one of these shows, he like got tangled up in it so bad that he like wasn't even fucking singing anymore.
Yeah,
and I was like,
right.
what the fuck is this idiot doing? You
Yeah.
know? And he was just so fucked up, and he's like forgetting lyrics, and he seemed like almost aggressive, like he was being a dick to like the band, you know,
Mhm.
as he's like dancing around and shit. And I was just like, fuck this guy, you know what I
Right.
mean? And funny enough, we got there's the Crowfoot up here in Pontiac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do Creepy Cheapy. Have you
Yeah.
guys ever
Yep,
been
I've
there?
been there.
So Creepy Cheapy's a Halloween concert.
Yep.
So
And it's
there's
usually like a bunch of bands that like
Cover
mimic
bands.
other bands.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
So we went to Creepy Cheapy a couple years ago, and there was a band they called Ass Ketchum, and they did Ass Ketchum as Taking Back Sunday, and it was like, I was like, they fucking killed it. Like, it was so good. And like me and our friend Caitlin, who are both big Taking Back Sunday fans, we were like, this was better than Taking Back Sunday live. Like, isn't that fucking stupid?
That's crazy though. Like,
But
you know what I mean?
I can say with confidence, no longer true. They Taking Back Sunday put on a fucking good show.
Dude,
man.
I love a good recovery story, man.
Yeah.
Like I want to see people do well, and like
like is he like fucking an addict or
I don't
like
know.
why was he
but,
sucking
like,
so
even
bad?
just like getting your shit together, like knowing that like dude, you have a platform in like which people would literally kill to be in that position, to be in a band that's making money on a Tuesday night at an amphitheater with front of 3,000 to 5,000 people, and then you just kind of like piss it away, like. And I'm sure, dude, like when you're in the grip of everything, like things might get tough. Like I've been on the road, not even at that level, and I know that you miss your family, you haven't slept, you're hungry, and then whatever habits you have on the road, you know what I mean, like it all just catches up with you at some point, especially depending on how long you've been out. Like,
I don't know if it's like necessarily like a good excuse, but I wasn't even around when they like started popping off. I got into them a little late, but I've honestly kind of always heard that they were like studio warriors or whatever you call that. I don't know if that like helps her case or not, but
meaning that they're like good in the studio,
Yeah.
but suck on
Great
stage.
live.
yeah, basically.
Oh.
but see, I don't see it because like
I wasn't there to even witness it,
Right.
so I can't like.
I've always known the guy to be a fantastic showman, you know what I mean? But it was just like hit or miss whether or not. And I don't know exactly if he's like doing drugs or out like drinking or like whatever the case may be. And it's just like people pay money to see you, bro. Like, just keep it at least, somewhat good, man.
Right. I'm gonna chat. I'm gonna look this up.
I thought I heard that he was an alcoholic. I could be wrong, but I swear I thought that was like his.
I know the video
issue.
that I watched of him acting all crazy like a year or so ago. Like it seemed like it was more on alcohol.
The reason I think that there might be some more behind that is like the texture of his voice changed.
Right.
And I feel like that only kind of happens with people that are using certain like, real heavy drugs.
Opiates or so.
Yeah.
Oh, it says alcohol. Okay, so there's credible evidence that Adam Lazzara has struggled with alcohol in the past. In interviews, Lazzara has spoken about being sober. 2016 interview specifically described him as sober. The article contrasted him with a fan who was drunk at the time. Okay. There were also reports that he was arrested for DWI in the past, and biographies of the band have referenced his drinking problems in the early 2000s. As for current substance abuse issues, there's no reliable public evidence that he's actively abusing drugs or alcohol today. Fans frequently speculate online because live performances seem erratic or incoherent.
Literally, though.
But those observations and opinions, not confirmed facts.
Right.
So yes to the alcohol-related issues, but nothing really else is.
Yeah.
If I was him,
confirmable.
I'd probably just
And
keep
it
telling
makes-
people I'm an alcoholic
And it
for them
makes
shows.
sense though too, like because it's very much it aligns with like even from my own experience, like drinking like always makes me a little sloppy, and like I'm sure we've all been through that. And like even vocally, like it like dehydrates you, so like you can tell like when you perform that like it's taking like a lot more out of you. Like you might put on a better physical show, like you might be more like
Or
moving
think
around
that you are.
or
Yeah.
think that you are, but like when you go back and listen to it, you're like, damn, dude, like I was struggling.
Dude,
right here.
I've done sets where I was like drunk,
Right.
and I thought I was killing it, and then I watched watch my footage back, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I was giggling at my premises
Right.
that I didn't even say out loud yet,
Right.
and then I'm like, oh god, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
like, I got to keep it together. So I empathize for
Yeah.
sure. Like, and he's been. There is something weird about being a long-term musician where you're almost become like a cover band of your past.
Your own music, yeah.
You're like a cover band of your 20s.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fucking weird, right?
That's
like
a really
you're
interesting way to put it.
you're like
Yeah.
45 years old and you're playing shit that you wrote in 2003,
Right.
and you're not even the same person at all
Right.
anymore. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll go back and listen to old music that me and my buddy Levi put out on YouTube back in like 2008 or 9 or whatever,
Right.
and I'm like, God, these songs are so good for like being 16, 17-year-old kids.
Right.
But I don't feel the way I felt. Like I'm not angry the way I was angry back then. I don't
Right.
I've healed so much that music doesn't do anything for
No,
me
I'm
emotionally
with you
anymore.
on that one, dude.
So imagine that you have a generation of people that are like, this fucking couple of albums is it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're singing fucking whatever, pour some sugar on me
Right.
for 40
But that's what
years, and you just
sucks,
want
too,
to
is
blow your
you'll-
brains out.
You'll try putting out new music, but they'll be like, "Oh, that's cool. Now play Make Damn Sure," or "That's
Yeah.
cool."
No,
like,
literally.
you know what I mean? Like, and it's it's really hard to top those types of things. Like, you can look at it either way. Like, it's nice that you have something that stood the test of time, and you know people are always going to want to hear this song.
Yeah.
But as an artist, it's like,
Dude,
God, I hate this fucking song.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
That was
mean?
the
Like,
easiest song that
like
I wrote.
I've written so many good songs, dude, and like every time it's always this song. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, once
Who,
again,
who sings Cherry Pie? I remember.
is it War? No, is it who did that?
She's my
Cherry
cherry pie.
Pie.
I remember watching an interview with the singer.
Is it Def Leppard?
It might be, but whoever it was,
Warrant. It is Warrant.
Warrant.
I was like, I think it's Warrant.
I remember watching an interview with the singer, and he's like, "I fucking hate that. I wish we never had a hit because he's like, this is the stupidest fucking song I've ever
Literally.
written, but that's the song everyone wants to hear."
Yep.
And dude, I mean, I'm trying to think of like Dave. I love Dave Matthews Band. I think that's probably the only band that has like one or two hits, but like the people that love Dave Matthews Band don't want to hear fucking The Space Between.
Right.
Like, no one wants to hear that song. Like,
Right.
fuck that song. Play literally any of the other 300 songs.
I'll be honest with you, I never got into Dave
Yeah, I
Matthews,
really
so
did.
I don't know.
You fuckers! I'm
yeah.
gonna ruin your life.
It was like, it's not. I think there's probably a couple radio songs I think I heard that like it was big, but I've never like really listened to any of his like discography. I don't really know.
Definitely
anything.
heard the name of
I
him.
know he's a big artist,
Dude, he's
I know
so
that.
I love jam bands
Mhm.
like the Fish, Grateful Dead, Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
And then guys like Gary Clark Jr. who like, or Billy Strings, who's that
Billy
record over
Strings,
there.
I've
But-
looked into Billy.
Hell yeah, dude. So like all these guys can take a 4-minute song, and then when they play them live, you're like, oh, you're a live artist.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't like, you
literally.
shouldn't have done the fucking studio version of this song, because they can take a main premise of a song and stretch it to like an 8-minute
Right.
like fucking opera.
Right.
And you're
You
just
can
like,
feel it the whole time.
holy shit, yeah. I mean, the range of emotions you can feel in a fucking 10-minute rendition of a song,
Right.
you know. And I mean, dude, like Cortez the Killer, Neil Young song, Cortez the Killer, covered by Dave Matthews Band live. It's like a fucking 13-minute song, him and Warren Haynes. Oh my god, dude, if you fucking blast that, shit'll change your life. I mean, I fucking love Dave Matthews
Yeah,
Band.
no,
They're
dude.
they're some of the most talented musicians on earth. They're so unpretentious
Right.
and they're so good. And every one of their songs is about death or fucking. You know, I mean, it's awesome. It's
rock
just,
and roll.
it's just,
I'll have to look into it a little bit. You'll
Dude,
be the
it's-
inspiration for
it's
me
so
to check
good.
out. The
I'm
Dave
gonna ruin
Matthews
your
Band.
life is ruined. I'm literally we're going to see Dave Matthews twice next weekend in Indiana. I can't
hell
fucking
yeah, dude.
wait. I can't wait.
Were the tickets expensive?
Yeah, that's fuck.
Without hesitation.
We're
It's-
doing it twice.
it's
Dude,
fuck, but we're going
running it
twice,
back.
dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
I
That's
fucking,
awesome.
Yeah, fuck Dave Matthews is the shit, dude. I fucking love him. But like that's the kind of so in my house in my basement, we have like an Irish tavern in our basement. Whole basement's painted fucking dark green. The whole it looks like this. Like
Right.
everywhere I decorate, it looks like a fever dream. And but so like the whole basement's covered in records and music memorabilia and fucking
that's
comedy
cool.
memorabilia and whatever. So. But I bought this expensive record player, and then I have like pretty good PA speakers, and now I have Klipsch speakers, which I'm excited to figure out how to make them work with the record player. But
Right.
whenever I get a new record, we clean it, we fucking put it on the record player, hit play. I might take a rip of the pen, and then I lay down on the ground in between the speakers, and then I just fucking
Let it rip.
experience
Yeah,
it.
yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
And dude, fucking Cortez the Killer played live at Piedmont Park or whatever the fuck back in like
It's probably cool listening
09
to it
or
on
whatever.
vinyl
I'm actually gonna
too.
type
like,
that one in. Cortez the Killer.
Cortez the Killer fucking live
And I'll
with
make sure I
Might
check
have to
that
listen
out
to a
when I
little
get
bit
home.
on the way
Dude.
home, dude.
you're gonna message me and be like, you son of a
Son of a sea biscuit.
you son of a bitch, I'm ruined. You're gonna
I'm into, dude. I'm always down to find new
Oh,
stuff.
dude.
I'll be honest with you, like kind of like you said about like music has changed just because like you're not like the same angsty teenager or like early 20s, and like I don't necessarily seek that kind of music out. So like I'm always interested to like check out something that I might have not given a chance to in the past, and like that's happened a lot where like somebody will say like check this band out, and I'll like listen to it, and I'm just like it's not for me. And then like 3 years later I'll listen to it and I'll be like, dude, those guys effing rip, dude.
Yeah.
Like holy shit, what was I missing out on?
that's
like,
how I felt about I can name 3 right off my head. Periphery, I fucking hated when I first heard him. Now I'm obsessed.
Right.
Between the Buried and Me, I was like, this is fucking Steely Dan, but with metal. Like, I fucking this sucks. I hate this. And
Right.
no, absolutely wrong.
Right.
And then Steely Dan, dude, Steely Dan. Everyone's like, oh, you grew up in jazz bands, and you like metal, you gotta listen to Steely Dan, Steely Dan. And I'm like, and then the hits, like when you look up Steely Dan, I don't know what to listen to, so I just hit shuffle.
Right.
And then you listen to like the top 5 songs, and I'm like, this sucks. Like, what the fuck? And that, no, absolutely wrong. And now I'm on a fucking deep dive of like fucking 7,000 goddamn songs, but they're so good. So good. Steely Dan is
Never
amazing.
listened to Steely Dan.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have never given it.
I've heard of that.
I've listened to Periphery and
Yeah.
after the burial or
Between the Buried
Between
and
the
Me.
Buried and Me. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never heard that band.
Yeah.
Between the Buried and Me is fucking
Periphery's
sick.
No, they
too.
are. They have some heaters, dude.
Yeah, I love the one where I've had resistance to, and I'm still adamant that I don't like them, is Buried Alive.
Yeah. You don't like them?
I can't do it. I respect it,
Yeah.
but it's not for
Well,
me.
the other issue being in that, like, granted, I still think what he's playing is incredible. He did like the Nam video. Did you see that? Where he was basically playing it live, and
No, but
and people just kind of like ripped it because it obviously does not sound anything like when he has all the production on it.
okay.
And so, like, granted, he's still doing it, and it's still very impressive. But that right there is 100% without a doubt a studio project. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I love what they're doing with the puns. I love the merch. I love the music is even innovative.
The merch
and
is
shit.
fun.
Yeah,
I've seen people
that,
wear their
I
shirts.
love that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of circles back to what we were talking about earlier with, like, I love like the like imaging and branding of it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, once again, too, like, it's not something that I would listen to on the way home all the time. Like, I might
No.
listen to one song.
No, I mean
it's cool.
Yeah, I mean so for me, I feel like it lacks heart.
Yeah.
It's like a master class in technique.
Right.
And like, I'm a drummer, so I can respect the discipline of other instruments
Right.
without understanding them. And so it's a master class. It's like watching Tim Henson.
Right. Yeah. Like dead ass though.
Like Polyphia?
No. Is it?
Why did that just freak me
Is
out
it-
when he said that? I love that band. Polyphia, yeah.
It's I
Polyphia?
get them mixed up with Periphery and Polyphia.
Yeah, I feel like I'm fucking it
Polyphia
up.
is the
But yeah, so Tim Henson
Tim.
is the guitar player from Buried Alive and Tim Henson from Polyphia. It's absolutely master classes in technique.
Yeah.
Like, you're amazing, but the difference for me between Tim Henson's music and Buried Alive's music is that there's no heart. I don't feel anything when I'm listening to Buried
Right.
Alive. It's just like, it's impressive.
Yeah.
But like a comedy version of this I could use as an analogy is like, I love George Carlin as a comic.
Yeah.
He's never made me laugh.
Right.
I respect him so much for what
Right.
he did, and like how what a master writer he is. I don't think he's funny at all.
It's funny. 'cause,
I'd rather
like,
listen to Harlan Williams just be a silly goofball.
Right. I'll be
You know?
honest with you. It kind of the same thing with music. Kind of like what we said earlier about
much of,
like
like, a polished
technique
product.
compared to like something that makes me feel like a little bit something. Like for example, and then this isn't me dogging them, but like it's like Animals as Leaders. Like, I think they're an incredible band and it's very cool and stuff. But like, it's hard for me to sit there and listen to that because it is so technical. It is like
Yeah.
all about like this technique. Whereas like I could listen to something else that might bring tears to my eyes. It might even be like an EDM song or something just because of how
Yeah.
it makes you feel. And like, you know, maybe that makes me a pleb or whatever, but I totally understand.
Yeah, but I knew, dude, the second I saw Animals as Leaders for the first time in a music video,
yeah.
or in a live recording video, and I saw that Matt Gartzka's fucking drum snare head had a wear spot the size of a quarter, I was
Yeah.
like, this isn't for me.
Yeah, no, dude.
Like,
literally.
these guys are perfection.
They just played in Lansing, like, I don't know, a month ago or something. And I kind of was down to go see it. But
Yeah.
once again, dude, it's just not something that I get off to,
Yeah.
you know?
It's good.
You
It's
can respect the
I
Yeah.
work. I work
the
out.
craft.
I'll listen to Animals as Leaders and like Good Tiger and Periphery and like some of these like math rock, prog rock,
Yeah.
gent bands, like all these guys that were like kind of like huge in like 2016,
Right.
17,
Right.
like that era.
Yeah.
those guys all listen. Tosca was another one,
Yeah.
which was like Chapman Guitars
Okay.
band without Rob Chapman.
Okay.
What was their band? Fuck. Rob Chapman had a band with all those guys, and then whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll listen to those guys at the gym. It's perfect gym music. But if I'm trying to like get into my feelings a little bit, listening to music, that's just not the music.
No,
Well, actually, not Periphery is the exception. Periphery has a ton of heart in their writing. I was they have a song called Loon where like the first time I heard it, I was like, damn, I'm trying not to fucking cry.
Periphery, is that
which is
the
ridiculous.
one? No, that's I'm thinking Polyphia. Okay, I get them. I'm telling you, dude, I always get those two bands mixed up. But Polyphia does like the, what is that, the GOAT song? GOAT? Yeah, dude, that shit fucking
That's
hits,
them
dude.
fucking making fun of themselves.
Yeah,
by
no,
the way.
literally, dude.
But
like
the Periphery, my initial turnoff was the voice of the singer. I was like, this is like, his voice is so high pitched and like whatever, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I guess he's a soprano or whatever, but like when I put on a metal band, I'm like, with the exception of Tool, I want metal vocals. You know what I mean? And like, he didn't have a lot of like the full on fucking metal vocals and, you know, like the heavy growling screaming like that I was looking for in a band when I first listened to him. And then once I kind of got used to the flavor of his voice, I was like, okay, no, this is actually so good. Like I needed to get past that. Same way I did with Good Tiger. Like Good Tiger is fucking amazing.
I don't think I've listened to Good Tiger.
There's a drummer, Alex Rudinger, who's just like an idiot savant on the drums. It's fucking insane what he can do on the drums. And that's how I found his band. So he would put out videos of him covering like Whitechapel or whatever the fuck. Dream Theater or whatever. And he's just got bad posture. He's got his head down to the side and he's like in a tank top and basketball shorts. And it's like, oh, sponsored by Minol Cymbals. Like in this YouTube video that's got like 300,000 views. You're like, what the fuck is this? And then he's just got his head down. He's just like, how? Fucking how? Like he's just sweating his fucking ass off and it's just like machine precision. But it's so good. But it's still dynamic and it's still like he's a percussionist. He's not a fucking metal drummer.
Do you fuck with Luke Holland at all? You know who he is?
I don't know Luke Holland. No.
Oh yeah, he's a really good. I don't know who he's drumming for right now, but
I know he's like doing some shit with Falling Reverse.
Yeah, but he has like a bunch of. He did stuff for like Jason Richardson and stuff. Yeah, dude. If you like, because I know you're into drums, dude. Definitely highly recommend to check him out, dude.
Right
like Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if you ever gotten into the Contortionist at all.
Dude, I love Contortionist.
That drummer, dude, he's kick-ass.
Fuck
drummer.
yeah, dude. So there's like a handful of like guilty pleasure metal bands that I listen to that like I know is gonna make everyone around me miserable. And
They're definitely one of them.
Contortionist is one of them. But like, so Contortionist and like Cannibal Corpse and Dimmy Borgir, and like Amon Amarth. You know, like all these like weird, obscure, I guess they're not that obscure. A lot of people know these bands, but like bands that people don't want to fucking listen to when I'm listening to metal. Contortionist is one of them. Fuck yeah. I love Contortionist.
Dude,
I've watched a lot of his their live videos.
I had a guitar player, dude, who literally was like Contortionist, like everything, dude. Like that was everything he listened to, dude. If you got in his car, it was literally Contortionist. Alex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a big contortion guy. He loved them. Like I don't hate them. I think they're good. He just really liked them. He was really into
You
them.
have to be in the mood for that.
Yeah.
Just like you, like for me, like another band that you like have to be in the mood for is Dream Theater.
Yeah.
Like completely different end of the spectrum with metal.
You brought that up really, like when you just mentioned it, and I was like, that's kind of another one of those bands that like they're super impressive, like Dave or what's Portnoy or Mike
Portnoy.
Yeah, like super good. Like the drummer's really super good. It's like, but it's not like my like cup of tea, I guess you should say. Like
fucking okay. So I gotta look this up. Hold on a second. I can't type and say this at the same time.
It's a fucking tongue twister, dude. Mike Portnoy.
So Mike Portnoy's son, Max Portnoy, was the drummer for a band called Tala.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, not to cut you off, but we're playing that show in Detroit with Sanctuary, and the guy who got us on that show is allegedly going to be booking Tala, and he wanted us to play with him. And it'll be later on this year, but yeah, so like that's really weird you brought that up.
I hope that fucking happens, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so but this has never, I don't think this has ever happened in a band where Max Portnoy, incredible drummer, switches to bass guitar, amazing bass guitar player, and they bring in a drummer who's even better. Which is, and dude, Tala's latest record is fucking insane. It is so good. I hit a new PR on my deadlift listening to Tala. I swear to God.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I have a video of it. I was like, dude, whatever, fucking 455 or whatever. And I'm just like,
dude, if
fuck
they
yeah!
play here and like you get the chance to tell them that, like, dude, I just want you to know that you guys single-handedly broke my PR, dude.
They did.
I just
dude.
need you to know.
I was
this.
hype as fuck, dude. Tala. So there's like Tala, Resistor, and there's another one. The band that has two of the Slipknot members' sons in it.
Oh,
Vended, Tala, and Resistor are like three bands that I've had on repeat at the gym. I'm like, those motherfuckers. I feel like I could just lift a million
you
fucking
fuck with
pounds.
Vended? I haven't listened to them in time.
I fucking love Vended.
Yeah,
they're sick as fuck. I hate like nepotism to me, like. That sounds like a metal band.
Right.
But nepotism, meaning like, oh, you are an actor because daddy's an actor.
No,
you
right,
got the doors
right.
held open for you.
Right.
I fucking hate people like that. Like
Yeah.
Paris Hilton fucking
Yeah.
died.
Right. Yeah,
bitch.
like
Sublime's
You know what I
doing
mean?
right now.
But he's doing good too, though.
He's killing it, but I still just can't get into it.
It bothers
so,
me,
yeah.
though.
right.
It bothers me. But Vended is fucking sick. Tala is sick as fuck, dude.
I've never heard of
There's
any of those bands.
there's
Part of me is just like also too like I wouldn't lie, like if I had that situation, dude, like I would take advantage of it too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if I had an in, like for example, another one is Hi I'm Ghost. He's the son of Jonathan Davis. Like he's not like super huge, but he gets a lot of opportunities because
of
his
it.
dad is Jonathan
Yeah.
Davis. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah, and I want to hate on that so bad because I
Right.
didn't have like a
right,
head
you didn't
start
have
in
it.
any of
Yeah,
my art.
right.
But I mean, sometimes people are just good, man. Like Miley Cyrus is fucking really good. You can't.
Literally.
It's undeniable.
You also have
She's
to think about
really
it too,
good.
dude. When those people, like when you're raised by an artist, dude, you're exposed to art from the time you're born till whenever. So, like for me, like I didn't pick up my guitar or like pick up a musical instrument. Like I always loved music, but I didn't pick it up till I was like 15, dude. If I would have started like, which is one thing I hope I can kind of get my daughter into, is like to get into music at a younger age, because not only is it an awesome creative outlet, I feel like it does create like pathways in your brain that like normal people don't necessarily
I
make.
really do. I agree.
And-
I believe that too.
And like
man.
I just think like if
Yeah.
I had started, I'm not saying I would have been like huge or anything, but I definitely would have probably gotten like I would have been farther along. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel.
I look at it like a dad that starts a blacksmith shop and he teaches his son how to do it, and like they progressively get better and better. Like
Yeah.
And you want them to
It's a
surpass you.
trade.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I want you to be the best
Yeah.
version of yourself plus some. So
See,
if they
this-
don't want to do music, then to hell.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
funny enough, like so, I'm being a pipe fitter. Like I came up with an apprenticeship class, the same like dozen guys, and I was talking about one of my classmates today, where I was like, he is the most inherently talented mechanic I've ever seen in my life. Like things that I have a hard time figuring out, and I have to like logic my way through a problem.
Right.
Is just obvious to him. And he's so, Vince, what's up? But he's so talented, and like three of us out of that apprenticeship class are friends, me, Lewis, and Vince, and we talk about it all the time. It's like, dude, it's like makes me mad how talented he is, but he's
Right.
like, yeah, but he grew up like doing this shit,
Right.
like his he's wrenching on cars, he's working on shit, he's building shit, like this
Right.
is his whole life, like, which. Not to take any credit away from him, like he's a very talented guy, and he earned every fucking stroke of genius that he has. But there is something to be said about growing up in art,
Yeah.
and then you have all the, well, like I'm reading a book, Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell right now, and
Yeah.
that's funny enough that we're talking about this, but like the chapter that I'm in, or that I just finished, they're talking about the 10,000 hours versus like innate ability versus like inherited talent.
Right.
And it's like, well, he cited a couple of studies, and like one of them was talking about hockey players, and like the hockey players, they found a correlation that hockey players born in like January, February, March are like more, in Canada specifically, are more likely to be professional hockey players.
Right.
And like, why would that be?
Right. That's weird.
That has nothing, like where the planets are has nothing to do with your ability as a hockey player. So
Right.
what is going on here? And they found that the cutoff age was like correlated with the year. So the kids born in January, February, March were up to 11 months older than the kids on the same team.
Right.
So like those kids have had 11 months more to
Experience.
work on
Progress,
their to work on their craft
right.
than, you know, like a kid born in January is going to be way more developed, way more skilled than a kid
Right.
potentially than a kid born in December because of all that extra experience. And that really shows at like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old.
Right.
It starts to taper off once they're like 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, whatever
Right.
years old. But the feedback loop that creates is like coaches start focusing on those kids more.
Right.
Then they get more opportunities to go to things like
Right.
travel teams where
Right.
they get to play more. So like it's a compounding effect where you
Yeah.
get more practice, more ice time. You get to play in more games. You get to
Right.
play on more teams. And then
Mr. Turn makes you better.
it's like, okay, well, like you're an outlier because you're amazing at hockey, but you had all of these opportunities because of the way that this system is built. Your 10 months more experience, where that is 10% of your life at the
Right.
time,
Right.
is so significant that you have all of these resources piled on you. So like, it's like if you look up professional hockey players, the vast majority of them are January, February, March, April.
That's crazy.
birthdays.
That's actually a really interesting fucking.
Yeah, it is. Like, just because it's pure sheer luck, you know, as far, like, I mean, obviously it's when your parents conceived, but like, you know, you
got
didn't.
this, like hockey, like prodigies. Like I'm gonna have my son in February,
Right.
Because
That
he's gonna have the
literally, 'cause I
best
know he's- yeah,
opportunity that I
literally.
could possibly get.
Yeah, I mean, you could literally, you know, but like, so we were talking about nepotism, but like, I don't know, like opportunity plus work ethic, right? Like there's, I mean, how
Yeah.
many famous people's kids do fuck all
Right.
and just like do nothing? But then you have kids like John Daly's kid and Tiger Woods' kid they're on track to be professional golfers. They're both excellent golfers, and they didn't have to be. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know, and Miley Cyrus didn't have to be a musician.
Right.
And her brother, also a successful musician in his own right. I don't know that Metro Station would have been a fucking popular band if
Right.
Achy Breaky Heart wasn't
Wasn't
a
a
hit
banger.
50
No,
years
literally,
ago,
though.
40 years
that
ago.
was fucking Miley
Yeah,
Cyrus's
it's
brother.
that-
That shit blew my face.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
dude, like it's and like I said earlier, dude, there's nothing wrong with having and taking advantage of the opportunity. I think though, like the Miley Cyrus thing, like regardless if she had been raised in that environment, she just has a good voice, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and she has a wide range of sound in her voice. Like she could make like a pop song that, you know, is whatever top 40 blah blah blah, and then like I've heard her do like rock covers and stuff,
Yeah.
and she's got that rasp, she's got that perfect like rock voice. And like sure, maybe it's because she was raised in that environment, or like you said, like some people might just be born with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and obviously there's something in those genes where like her brother's a musician, she's a musician, you know,
Yeah.
her dad's a musician. I don't know like what her mom was or anything, but it kind of makes you wonder, like too, like if you weren't born in the situation that you were born in, like would you still be
Would you still be that
would you
thing?
still be that thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the nature versus nurture type thing. Like,
It is interesting to think about. Like, if I was raised in a house filled with guys that were just obsessed with one
Right.
thing, whatever it is, fucking.
but then I also feel like there's the other side of the ball where like you are raised in a house that's obsessed by this one thing. It's that because they were so obsessed with it, you're like, I don't want nothing to do with that thing. You know what I mean? Like, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like you kind of like shun that stuff because
Well, the
you're
grass
like,
is
I want to
greener.
be different, or I want to do
Or if you
something.
like correlate those memories with like negative
Or negative
like,
things, yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
that's definitely a thing. If you have like toxic parents, but like your
Right.
parents are, you know, they live in the country. You're like, I can't wait to get to the city.
right,
exactly.
exactly. No, literally,
Because the country is toxic. And it's
Right.
like, well, it's
No,
not.
dead
It's
ass.
your parents or whatever, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely correlations with, you know, negative life experiences where it turns you off of something that you might have loved.
Right.
But because of the relationship between that thing and people that you don't like,
right,
or that were abusive or toxic or whatever, it ruins it forever. I mean, I definitely have that. I have family members that I can't talk to. They're just too miserable and toxic to maintain.
Right.
They're not worth maintaining relationships with.
no, I totally get it.
You know.
It's better off for you guys not to talk, probably.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just also too, sometimes it feels like almost like a poison, you know what I mean? Like as soon as you get around, you're like, oh, here we go.
Well, they're
again,
just
dude.
like, just draining your life
dude,
force
you're like,
out.
God, the energy vampires, dude. and
Energy
it's just-
vampires, yeah,
it's
fucking
fucking,
perfect.
just sucking it
dry,
out of
dude.
you, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like you want to try to like lift those people up, you really do, but it's just like some people are just too far gone in the mindset, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know
Yeah.
what, man? Like
I'm
try.
already too far gone in my mind.
No, right, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
But somebody, I don't know, remember who said this to me. Somebody told me that I'm not in those situations where like you have these toxic family members and you keep trying and they keep fucking you over and you keep trying, they keep treating you like
Right.
shit. And it's like, why am I doing this to myself? Like,
Literally.
why am I fucking, and I don't remember who said it. I wish I could give them credit, but they said, you're not grieving the relationship with that person. That
Right.
person has never been good to you. What
Right.
you're grieving is what that person should have been.
Right.
And that has helped me move
A
on
version
in
of
a
the
big-
person that does not exist.
It
you
doesn't
know what I mean?
exist. It
Like,
never did.
Yeah, like
You know, the person has been the people have been shitty people the whole time.
right.
It's just because of what they should have been. You keep trying.
You also sometimes like you're so naive to believe like, oh, this person was good, this person, but then like you look back on those situations and you're like, dude, this person's treating me like shit the entire time. I just saw it differently, and like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's sometimes it's hard to break because like you have feelings for said people, whether it's friends, family, whatever the case is. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, man, like. It's almost like a bad breakup. Like you had all this time, like you almost like I wasted this time with you. But I'm also like a firm believer in that, like chalk it up and move on, because like you don't want to continue to waste time with said people. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just kind of have to like break it off. Like you don't have to hate those people, but you don't have to go out of your way to like entertain that anymore either. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Like unfortunately, like I said, you got to do what's best for you and like your well-being. You know what I mean? Because dude, toxicity is such a, like I said, poison. Like
Yeah.
you start hanging around like the wrong people, dude, like your mindset will just completely shift.
Dude, I tell you what, like I mean, I talk about this all the time, and I probably shouldn't, but like I was in a bad relationship me and my ex started dating at 15 years old, and we broke up at 28, I think.
Okay.
So like 13 years, right?
Right.
We had 3 kids, we played house, the whole thing.
Mhm.
We didn't like each other when we were friends. We just started fucking. And then
Right.
and then we were like, okay, I guess we're dating.
Now we're
and then,
stuck.
Right.
and then we had kids, and then it was like, all right, let's make this work. And then we were on again, off again, on again. And we were so toxic and so miserable the whole
Right.
fucking time. And I tell you what, like, I had kind of settled into like the version of me that was with her. And I was like, this is who I am. But
Right.
it's not.
Right.
It wasn't. It was like, I'm miserable. I'm fat. I'm not disciplined. I'm not clean. I'm not healthy. I'm not. My sole focus is on whatever the impulsive thing that I'm obsessed with right
Right.
now is, so that that was my way of coping with my situation, which was that I was isolating by like diving into some random new thing.
Right.
Fixating on it.
Fucking mountain biking and fucking mute drums and
Right.
like whatever the fuck the thing was. It was just all these different mechanisms to cope with the fact that I hated my life.
Right.
And I was stuck because I was trying to force this nuclear family to work, and it just was never going to work because me and her shouldn't have ever dated.
Right.
We were so different, and because we were so different, and we were both posturing for power, and we're both trying to make this thing that's never going to work. It was fucking miserable and brutal for like
Right.
13 years, and the craziest thing is getting out of that. And like, she's not the only toxic relationship that I had to cut off. There's a
Right.
lot of family members that are not in my life, and they're not welcome in my life because they're fucking draining, miserable people.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But like, once that shit is out of your life and you go, fucking, I don't need those people.
Right.
It sucks that didn't work, but once they're gone, the amount of shit that you can do with your time and energy,
Dude, literally. Like
It's
sometimes
amazing.
it literally feels like a rebirth, man. Like you literally you like almost forgot what it was like to be happy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then like you get into that, you know, like you said, you get into that new mindset and you're like, God, dude, I can't believe I tortured myself for that long. Dude.
Right.
I literally don't know what I was even thinking. Like I know like you're trying to make it work, and you know, for the sake of whatever, your family, this or that, you know. But it's like, even like for the sake of like your kids, I would say, like, they don't want to like be like, you know, like the toxicity will rub off on them, you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
and like I said, it's
And it did. And
yeah,
it
right.
did. Like we you know, we have conversations, you know, I like my oldest is 13, so
Right.
like he, you know, he's not, he's privy to like everything that happened and what's going on, you know, now. And we have conversation and he's like, I don't like, I look back at you and mom being together, like you guys were just like in the house, but you guys weren't dating.
Right.
You guys weren't together.
You're
you
like
just
two
lived,
separate entities, you know what I mean?
and he looks back, he's like, yeah, like I remember you and mom being together and whatever, but like it was so different than like what me and Paige are, that it's like it for him, it doesn't even register as we were in a romantic relationship.
Right.
We weren't, dude. I slept on the couch for like 5 years, man.
Definitely been there, dude.
You
I
know?
literally like had to sleep on a recliner, like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, and for no real, other than I guess my snoring was too loud, but
Yeah.
I just like, it's weird
gotta
because like
work on that.
you try to make things work, and like I said, you try to like stick it out because you're like, you know, I think I love this person, but like once you get out of it, you're like, dude, what the hell was I thinking? Like I didn't deserve that, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
even the people around me didn't deserve it, because you know, you go to them and you bitch about it, and like, you know, like that would kind of be like, you know, the tone of the conversation, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, my life is just blah 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 blah, and then like it gets them down. Like I said, it's like contagious, and it's like a poison, dude, and it can like affect every aspect of your life, dude.
Every fucking aspect of my life.
Literally.
I was writing a bit about this, and I was like, I realized that like cringy comics all go and bitch about their ex-girlfriends on stage. And I was like,
Right.
all right, I'm gonna stop doing this. But I was working on a bit about her, and but the bit was like Groundhog's Day, like you know, when I was a 15, 16-year-old kid, like I was a skateboarder and a musician. So like I had all these different creative outlets where I felt like I had aligned myself with my purpose. Like I knew exactly what I wanted out of life. I wanted to start a skateboarding company. I wanted to be in a band on the side. And I did all these fun creative ventures. I was meeting new people and new artists all the time. And then I dumped a load into a retarded person.
Right.
And, you know, so like that was like, that's like the joke. But in reality, like I feel like I gave up like a decade to Groundhog's Day.
Right.
Like I just got up and survived the day for 10 years straight, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like,
Right.
And like once I got out of that relationship, and then I meet someone who's like super supportive and loving and non-judgmental, and then I'm like, I feel like I can fucking take over the world with this woman.
Right.
Like what? I didn't know. Like why didn't anyone tell me that like your wife can be your best friend? Not
the beauty
some
of it too is
bitch
like
that you got to deal with.
You
know?
don't understand it. Like I'm not saying you wouldn't have valued it if you got what you have now, but like you really like this is how the universe works. At least I think like you wouldn't truly understand how good it is if you didn't go through that turmoil with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Like you like
what you thought would be the best that you
right
could get or something.
and like now because like you can like think about it and be like, man, dude, like because this was so bad, that's what makes this so fucking good.
So
you know
rainy
what I
day,
mean?
sunny day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's like maybe you didn't have to go through it for however long I went through it, but like the fact that I did go through it and now I'm on the other side and like I can look back and be like, dude, like I don't know how I ever did that. And it makes you feel good like in every like area, because you're just like, dude, like everything that I thought was terrible and this and that, like it isn't that terrible. It's just because of like where I was at in my environment. Like it literally just like made it seem like that. Like, but like you said, dude, there's people out there who will love you and treat you good, and like where you're excited to see said person, whether it's them coming home from work or waking up or like whatever the case may be. Like it's nice to have that like companionship and like knowing that you can build that certain something with someone and know that they're supportive and know that they, you know, love you unconditionally, and you know, just like all those good things. And like because like I've said it too, like I've went through those down spouts with like different people in my life, and like now that I have something perfect, quote unquote, like it just makes me like genuinely look back at it as like, holy shit, I can't believe it. But like, had I not gone through those things, like I wouldn't understand how good I have it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
yeah, I think there's definitely something to be said about that. I mean, like I've made that comparison working union jobs versus non-union. Like I'm a union pipe fitter,
Right.
and I worked non-union for like 10 years before I got into the pipe fitters union. and I don't think I would have appreciated what we have if I got in at like 18. Like some of these kids get in as apprentices at 18 years old, and they're like entitled and kind of dicks about like the job sites, and I'm like, dude, I as a non-union carpenter, I had to beat on my foreman's front door and tell him I was going to murder him if he didn't give me my check.
Right.
Here, I'm getting paid to go home a lot of the times. Like, this is so different. You don't even understand it.
And you have like people that are like actively fighting for your job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something bad happens to you or whatever, like your union rep and stuff. Everybody has their mixed views on it. But personally, I've never worked a union job, but just even from my experience with like people that I know that are in union, it seems like, honestly, I wish they had more unions.
There should be more unions.
Yeah,
there should absolutely be more
like,
unions.
That's my
everyone
take.
should be unionized.
Yeah, no, literally. Like like I get it. You got to pay fees. You got to do this. You got to do that. But like from my understanding, the pros outweigh the cons. At least from my understanding.
In the skilled, so some people use that. Oh, you got to pay like your window dues thing as like a way to prevent people. Like, I'm not paying some people to do nothing for me. Like, okay, so like teachers unions, I've seen black and white. Like, okay, this is a good one. This district is a good one. This district is a dog shit one that does nothing.
Right.
But I've also seen like grocery stores go union, and it means nothing because they don't have a skill, so they don't have any power. Like a lot of some of them have skills, some of them have no skills. Right. So some of these employees at these grocery stores are so easily replaced that they don't have power. Right. So like, oh, you're going to unionize and get back against us. Okay, I'll get someone else to push the carts. I'll get someone else to bag the groceries. Right. I'll train someone else on where to put the stuff on the shelves. There is skilled work in a grocery store. So I don't want to trash grocery store employees. Like, you're working, you should make a living.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
But in the skilled trades, the power is in the skill. Right. Knowledge. And in the knowledge, right? So like, we all go through a 5-year apprenticeship, and
I was going to ask you if you go through, like, do you have like pipe fitting? Is that like, did you have to go through school or something?
5 years.
Did you?
5 years of school.
But did they pay for, like, did they do it while you were working there type thing?
Yeah.
Like,
So that's the thing with being a union pipe fitter. Like, I started as a first period apprentice. Right. You go to school for 8 hours once every other week. You spend a full 8-hour day at the school doing bookwork, doing practical projects, whatever. For us, a lot of tube bending, welding, soldering, brazing, stick welding, TIG welding, MIG welding. We do all of this shit at the training center. We learn how to do it. That's actually this right here is what we call a coupon. So that's actually a X-ray weld on a steam pipe.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Is holding my pens here, but it's a practice of what high pressure steam weld would be. But so you get paid. So in my local, you get paid to go to school. Not only do you learn a skill over 5 years, and you get a journeyman card, you get paid to learn. Right. So you go to the job site, you're learning on the job. You're going to this training center that all of the members of the union pay pennies out of their check to the training center, so the training center can have apprentices. Right. And a lot of these guys that are anti-union use like the window dues as a justification for not doing it. Right. But what's funny is like, oh, I pay $30 a month to be in the union. Right. To make 6 figures. Right. No, literally. What are we talking about? Right. Like, I paid 30. Like, how many fucking idiots pay $30 a month for their Planet Fitness? They don't even go. Right. And
you're gonna say,
like, I won't. Oh, I'm not gonna.
Doesn't it like matter like which like union you're under? Like, aren't like isn't
for sure
there's different branches of it, or like different unions, and like some of them aren't maybe as good as
for
the
sure.
Next.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
like,
yeah.
Maybe that's where like some of the misconception comes from.
Well, I think a lot of the anti-union rhetoric about like union guys being lazy, sexist shit are that in the South there's a lot of guys who buy. They're called what we call them white tickets. There's a lot of guys that buy their journeyman card and they're useless fucks who don't have the skills that a guy who went through the 5-year apprenticeship does. They can't tube bend. They don't know what the materials are. They don't know what the pipe. They don't understand the different schedules of pipe, the different ratings of pipe. Like they don't understand all of the different nuances that a true Detroit union pipe fitter understands about the piping systems that we built. Right. You have these fucking guys from like Texas and Tennessee, and that they buy their tickets. They buy their journeyman card at their fucking local. They might have been a helper on a pipeliner job where you have these, fucking 40-inch pipe and they're just a helper. So they're handing the welder grinder, or they might be grinding fucking roots or whatever and handing their welder rods. But there's no real pipe fitting. Like, they don't understand the math. They don't understand the fitting part of it because it's completely different.
Right.
Doing shit in a ditch versus doing shit at a auto plant where everything's out in the open. It has to be fucking plumb level, square, perfect, beautiful.
Right.
And they and then they travel around the country working for these different unions, getting paid per diem, getting paid money over, getting paid to fucking, all this extra money so that they can, they use their per diem money to pay for an RV site or a hotel or whatever. They get paid all this fucking buku bucks and they suck and there's no accountability because, oh, you got laid off, go to the next one.
Right.
You got laid off, go to the next one. And then you don't have a reputation to protect. Like I have a reputation to protect because I work in Detroit and I stay working in Detroit.
Right.
So if I'm an absolute bag of shit on the job site, every contractor in Detroit's going to know that and they're not going to fucking bring me back.
Right.
But these travelers, they buy their tickets, they go to all these different locals, they work until the job's over, until they get laid off, and then it's like, whoa, that guy fucking sucked. Okay, cool. He just disappeared into the ether.
Right, literally.
And now someone who worked with him is like, those fucking union guys. Well, fuck those union guys.
Right.
You know. But it's propaganda. It's propaganda. It's employer and it's employer based propaganda.
Yeah, because it seems like most employers usually are like trying to be anti-union, like they don't want their workers to be unionized
because of two main things. They're gonna lose power and they're gonna lose money.
Right.
It's like, fuck. Well, I mean, I don't want to give up power or money either.
Right. My cousin works for UPS and like they've been like doing a bunch of like crazy like shit in the company, like. And like one thing that he thinks they've been trying to do is that they're trying to basically disband their union, and like it's a lot of I don't know if they'd be able to do it like now because like there's so many of them in the union, but like it's almost like they're trying to like buy out old drivers and bring in like new younger kids and pay them less and then eventually like weed them out and like try to ununionize it because like that's just like the trend.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Well, because I mean, it's money and power.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's what it boils down to. Like, Elon Musk is like one of the most famous union busting douchebags on earth.
Right.
And like they'll share these like propaganda videos where it's hot outside and they bring the construction workers building the Tesla plant in Texas.
Right.
Popsicles. Oh, wow. Thanks.
Yeah, geez, you're the best.
Hey,
dude.
Put it on the check. Fuck that popsicle, dude. Fucking,
Well, it's just like the same thing too with like even like Amazon, dude. You're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company, dude, and their workers are literally like getting what, $15-$16 an hour. You know what I mean? Like your profit margin is so obscurely large, and you literally can't even afford or like
these
afford
workers
any
can't
health care or just basic living. Like it's crazy, like how people like get away with it. And then you got people who like stroke their balls. They'll be like, oh yeah, dude, I love the billionaires. And I'm like, but why?
Yeah,
like,
why are you a bootlicker?
Right. I'm like, you aren't even going to, you'll be lucky to make $1 million in your lifetime, let alone a fucking billion, let alone a fucking trillion, dude. Like you're talking like holy shit, like the astronomical numbers, dude. Like I'm all about like, capitalism to a degree. Like I like being able to, build your own way and all that. But the problem is, like I always explain it, it's like the end game of Monopoly. Like everything's been bought out. Everything's, you're just praying to God that you don't land on someone else's like thing and lose your $200 you get for collecting Go. You know what I mean?
The game was literally designed to show the problems with capitalism.
No, literally.
And I saw a post recently. It was a picture of like a dozen yachts in a bay of like whatever, the south of France.
Right.
And the caption was like, there's no way just locking in is going to achieve this.
No, literally.
And it's like, stop the fucking pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
No,
shit.
literally, dude.
That is not like, no one is going to be so comfortable because they pulled themselves up by the bootstraps. Like, literally. But the best chance of a fucking dipshit from Roseville making a good living is joining a union and working my ass off. And like, maybe I'll start a business and maybe this will do something eventually. But right now I'm making great money to put pipe in. We work our asses off. We're well educated and we deserve the money. and we're not asking for fucking $1 million an hour like people think we are. We're asking for a fair share of the fucking pie.
No,
right?
literally.
And it's like I want to be able to have a decent life, and I'm going to work my ass off for it.
Right.
All I'm asking is that these business owners pay me what I'm worth.
Yeah, take care of me. Like, instead of treating me like I'm just another cog in the machine. You know what I mean? Like, if I made your company, $100 million last year, like, why shouldn't I be entitled to a small percentage of what? Like, I understand you have cost. I understand, like, this is how, like, it's designed. But, like, you guys have just gotten so comfortable with just taking, like, taking a little bit more, like, back in the day, like, when my parents were, like, working, even my grandparents, like, most jobs offered insurance. Most jobs offered, medical. Most jobs did offer profit sharing. But, like, just over time, dude, slowly, like you said, more money, more power. So it's like, we don't need to do this for them. Oh, we don't need to do that. Now, like, we're at a point where it's like, dude, even your week-to-week check isn't enough to get by. Like, there are some people who do fine, but, like, it's tough,
It's
dude.
hard.
Like,
I mean, me and Paige have talked about this 100 times. Is like, dude, we're doing good compared to our friends.
Right.
We're doing really well.
Right.
And we're not doing that great.
Right.
You
No,
know what I mean?
literally.
Like on paper, we're killing it. Like we're beyond what we ever thought we would have been at.
Right.
But we're still not like, it's not that good. It's
Right.
just like, okay, we're definitely going to pay the bills.
Right.
But that's like it.
But and that's
You
what
know what I
sucks
mean?
is, like, when you're just literally busting your ass to survive. Like, it shouldn't, be like I said, like, back in the day also, like, my parents could buy a house, they could buy a car, they, one income house, you know what I mean? Mom could stay home, stuff like that. Like, and I know there's a lot of dynamics to that whole situation, like, economically and all that, but, like, it shouldn't be like that. Like, it shouldn't be to where, like, I literally feel like I'm killing myself, like, because, like, like, people want to have hobbies and stuff, and, like, then if you, like, for example, like, are in a band and you, like, choose doing something in your band over, like, taking care of your family or going to work an extra day to make sure you can make the ends meet, you're a bad guy. You know what I mean? But I wasn't born on this planet to literally be just a fucking in the workforce, you know what I mean? Eat and sleep, like, to hopefully maybe get a chance to retire in my last 10 years of life, which will probably be the least eventful 10 years of my life, because I'm run down, I'm decrepit, I'm old. Like, it's just, it's such a weird thing. Like, I don't understand how more people, like, don't get upset about that idea.
It's
you
crazy.
Know what I mean?
Well, because it's so ingrained in our culture.
Right.
We're literally trained to be factory workers in elementary school.
Like,
That's
you
all
have
school
other
is,
countries, literally. You have other countries, like, I think it was France or something like that. Like, dude, they, like, protested and rioted for, like, I don't know, like, a month or two, like, to literally get, like, a better, like, workforce benefits. Like, they got paid a livable wage, they get marital or pregnancy leave, paid pregnancy leave, men and women, you know what I mean? They're getting insurance, they're getting this, like, and, like, not saying we got to go out and, like, burn the fucking world down. I'm just saying that, like, if all the cogs that make this machine run, like, just said, hey, we're not going to go to work anymore until we're not paying anything, we're not going to do anything until something gives in this system, you know what I mean? Like, when you got a family, or even just like yourself, dude, like, you want to feel like you're working towards something. And I think people have gotten to that point where it doesn't feel like you're working towards anything other than, like, barely
Just
keeping
getting
a
through the
roof.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and it sucks.
But what you're describing is exactly unionism.
Right.
You join a union, you collectively have power, and you can take back what has been taken from you.
Right.
And I don't understand the bootlickers that are, like, anti-union. I
No.
will never understand it. I'm like everyone that is, like, viciously anti-union are the brokest morons.
Right.
And I'm like, why are you a Trump bootlicker?
Right.
Why are you a fucking Elon Musk dick rider?
Right.
Like, these people would not eat a meal with
Dude,
you.
literally.
They
They don't give a fuck.
They would
Yeah.
never.
They would let you drown, dude. Like,
They wouldn't piss
Make
on you
another
if you
couple
were on
bucks.
fire. They would not piss on you if you were on fire.
Right.
I mean, they don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
And you're gonna simp for them, like,
Right.
these people that wouldn't give a fuck about you, and then you're, like, happy in your fucking trailer where you're like,
Right.
you're like, you got SNAP benefits and you're in a fucking trailer and you're, like, barely surviving,
no,
and you're
literally.
like, oh man, these fucking union guys are just
I know.
That's what's wrong with the world.
what a
Real
bunch,
piece of shit.
bunch of fucking commies. You know,
Right.
they want health care and decent wages.
Yeah, how dare they, dude?
Oh, these fucking idiots at Starbucks want to unionize. Just pour the coffee.
the fucking immigrants are taking all of our jobs, dude.
Right, yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's those fucking those ladies with blue hair at Starbucks want a union.
Septum, what is it? No septum theory or something like with blue hair, septum piercing. Like, oh, dude. Like,
There's a whole theory on it?
What?
There's a whole theory on it.
Oh yeah, dude. It's like septum piercing theory. Like it's always the girls with blue hair and a septum pierced or like something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like,
but this joining these unions and taking power back for the people that are actually making the system work, like that's so important. And
right.
And the propaganda and the laws that have passed that are like not only convincing people that unionism is wrong,
right,
but also passing laws where you can't even strike jobs
right.
without it being a fucking finable offense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's so much power that the unions have lost because of these dumb fucks that we've elected, and then I just can't I cannot understand the people that vote these people that will vote for people that shoot you in the foot.
It's kind of like
mean?
earlier, like saying too about like there are a lot of people who are in the middle that like genuinely they just want what we're talking about. They want a good living, they want insurance benefits for their kids or themselves, their partner, like. Even like just maybe living off of one income, maybe be able to take a vacation, once a year or something, get a couple days off, like, and it's like I said, then there's like the extremists that like are just like, nope, you're like, it's okay that there's someone hoarding trillions of dollars in wealth because like there's a chance that I'm going to get there one day.
But don't you know that he made a bunch of millionaires
right.
with the IPO?
Right.
Fuck off.
Yeah. The trickle down theory. Like I'm like, dude,
Reaganomics, right?
I have been hearing that since fucking literally when I was in high school, dude. Like, and
Ain't shit trickled down.
Ain't shit trickled down, dude. If anything, it's trickling up, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
well, this conversation sparked a memory in me. I had a guy that I used to coach baseball with, Little League baseball, but we met because our kids were both on the baseball team and ended up assisting coaching with him. But he's a welder fabricator for a non-union company, and I was starting the apprenticeship as a pipe fitter when we were coaching together, and I was like, dude, you should do this. Like, this is what I'm gonna make when I'm done. These are the benefits I'm gonna get. And he's like, no, I'm not starting over. I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm like, okay, fair enough, man. Like, I'm not gonna hold a gun to your head, try to get you to join my union. But if you're a good welder, like, well, I don't know why you wouldn't. And he wanted nothing to do with it. Then he tells me he like slipped up and told me what he makes, and I wasn't prying. I think we were just like shooting the shit, drinking a beer or whatever at his house, and. Mm-hmm. He told me what he makes. I was like, that's what I make. And I'm first period apprentice. And you've been doing what you're doing for like 10 years at the same company. I'm like, ugh, And he's like, yeah. And then he went even further and he told me that he pays for the health insurance he had 2 kids and a wife. So he pays for health insurance for 4 people. So out of what he made, that money was taken away, like he had to pay for the insurance out of his pocket.
Yeah.
So he was taking home like $250 a week, working
crazy.
40 hours, working full time.
That's fucking
because he had to pay for health insurance for his kids and his wife. And I'm like, and he's like, yeah, but she works, so she pays for this, that, and the other, and I pay for whatever, health insurance and this, that, and the other. I'm like, dude. And he's like, yeah, well, you only make what I make, but then you also have health insurance and stuff. I'm like, my health insurance is provided.
Right, literally.
Like what I take home is my taxable wage.
What I noticed too is a lot of times, like when companies like offer you like that type of insurance where you pay for it, the insurance sucks ass too.
It's terrible.
Yeah, like
you might as well be on fucking government benefits.
Literally, I guarantee you probably get
qualified.
If you qualify for Medicaid, you're probably better off being on Medicaid because like that actually covers stuff like that, like whereas a lot of the times like those business ones, like there's a lot of co-pays, doesn't cover dental, know, like this, that, like
dude, my roommates, like one's a elementary school teacher and the other one's a mechanic. They're paying like close to $800 a month for both of their health,
like literally, and it's crazy for something that you don't even know you'll ever use,
right?
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
When you're young, dude, like I can only imagine what the insurance is if you're old and your parts start wearing out,
Right, and then if you need it, and then when you do need it, they're gonna deny.
They're gonna fucking they're gonna go through pulling fucking teeth to get it.
Pay all these damn deductibles.
Literally, dude.
Yeah.
I had a claim with a car one time, dude, and like they literally fought me tooth and nail on getting the money for this vehicle. I crashed a car. Like it was a whole.
They treat you like a criminal,
dude. Literally,
anytime you need
dude,
them,
dead ass, dude. That was literally what it was. Like they acted like we were robbing them. I'm like, dude, you guys literally make billions of fucking dollars a year, dude, and you're like worried about $12,000. Like you're good.
Yeah,
you're fucking scumbags, dude.
Right.
It's wild, dude. Like I said, me and him talk about it a lot at work, dude, and I'm just like, dude, like. Everything just feels so like ass backwards right now. Like, and what's the one thing that I love about like continuing doing the music thing, because it's more of like, it's the one thing that I have that like I don't think anyone can really take from me. You know what I mean? Even when it feels hard, like, and like honestly, like you starting to feel like the economic things, like where it's like, you know, if you're not getting paid to go to the show, you know, I'm spending, you know, $80 in gas to get myself there, you know, whatever. But like at the very least, like when things are like tough, like those nights out at the venue or whatever, dude, like hanging out with people, like watching people try to get away from their day-to-day bullshit, like whether it's, you know, political this or that. Yeah. And like I said, it's like hard to let that go, just because like it's the one thing, like I said, that I truly feel like it's like we're in control of, you know what I mean? Like we're not kind of at the leisure of other people, or like getting fucked over by like some business or this or that. And I don't know, dude. It's just hard to explain. Like, it's hard to let go of something that you do feel so passionately about. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, doing and creating and experiencing art is the spice of life,
right?
Man.
No,
so, like,
literally.
If to be an artist and then like forget that and lose it for a few years is like it's hell.
And what's weird is
know?
like the more they're doing, like even at schools, like they're stripping art classes, they're stripping music classes. You know, when I was in school, dude, we had a music class all the way up until high school. Now I don't even know if our local school has a music class. If they do, it might be like the band for the football thing, you know what I mean? Right. But like we used to have like an actual, like we would be introduced to like xylophones and music and drums, sax, like all these things. And like I just feel like they're just stripping all, like you said about the school thing. It's like you're basically just creating a cog for the machine. They don't want you to have hobbies. They don't want you to be artful or be creative. No, like they want you to be
a disciplined
a
employee.
Drone that like does the thing. And like I said, that's why
tardies and absences matter. Like they want you to be
they're conditioning you for that for the rest of your
life. An employee.
Yeah, literally.
They're trying to make sure that you're going to be a good employee. You're going to show up on time. You're going to sit down when the bell rings. You're going to stand up when the bell rings, just like it would at a factory.
Right. No, literally. Get up, go to lunch, come back, you know, next period.
You're literally getting trained to be a factory employee in school. And it's gross. Like kids didn't evolve to be like this. They should be in the fucking fields, hanging out with mom.
The whole thing with like, you know, they're like, oh, my kid ain't paying attention. I'm like, dude, he's a kid.
Yeah.
Who
put him on meth?
Right. Like literally. Like
put him on meth. He'll do better if he's on meth.
I'm like, you guys are literally like trying to train a young, beautiful, creative mind that just wants to, you know, let their imagination run, and then you throw them in a room, white-walled room, and basically say, pay attention and answer this and do this for me, even though you're, you know, 8 years old. You have the attention span. Like, it's not that you have a bad attention span. It's just your brain is developing.
It's just not how the brain works.
Yeah, literally, dude.
Okay, a fucking 7-year-old kid did not evolve to sit in a room and stare for. But I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I will say, to play devil's advocate, when I go to my kids' schools, now they're putting like filters over the fluorescent lights. They're like making the colors of the rooms a lot warmer. There's several different ways to sit in the room, so it's not just like hard wood desks like it was for me.
I think like you need to have
it's getting better.
Art class. You need to have music class. You need to have those creative outlets. I don't want to go to school and do math, science, English every single day. You know what I mean? Like I want to have that break. Like even gym. You know what I mean? Like, you know, camaraderie with people. You know, making teams and team building skills. And then like even if you're not great at sports, you know, like they have other things that like everyone can be included in. You know, kickball. You know, you ever like I get it. Not everyone's it's honestly like big reason why like I like a lot of like I played sports in school, but I like a lot of the sports now that like bowling. Like anybody can bowl. Anybody can get good at bowling for the most part. Like honestly, I'm a big fan of like video games. Like I like e-leagues because you don't have to be some athletic savant to do the sport or be, you know, a 6'6" fucking 280-pound person to even be considered to be like a professional. Like it's like it's based off of your skill more than just like your physique. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really like that because, you know what I mean? Like not not all of us are built to be a professional sports star or whatever. And those are the ones that everyone pushes, the football, the basketball.
Yeah,
baseball,
I mean but that's what the school systems will do too.
Right,
Is like
right.
they don't care about building an art program. They
Right.
care about building a football program
Right.
because then they'll get to build a
Right.
fucking stadium.
Yeah, literally.
And it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I would want to shout out to fucking Holly High School though. So Paige used to be a teacher at Holly High School, and being a pipe fitter, I was able to go up there and do a trades day class. Like I did a speech at their trades class.
Yeah.
Talking about joining the union and like what it does for you and what kind of life you can expect out of being a union employee.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was there, dude, they were expanding the trades program into their own building. So they built like a, I don't know how big it was, but
Right.
a pretty significant sized building to focus on trades for the kids coming up through that school system. It's awesome. Like my school, the schools that I came up through, they got rid of the shop class because it's so expensive. Because there's the insurance is so high, the materials cost so much money. It is dangerous to have kids trying to figure out how to use fucking
Power tools.
and and
welders.
But they're creating they're building this trades building for kids to get exposed to these things. Dude, if I got exposed to the trades as a kid, I could have been so much further along so much earlier in my
One thing
life.
that like I don't know if like a lot of schools have this, but we had a thing like when you're in 11th and like your senior year, you would do half your day at school and then you would go half day at the career center. And so
yeah, we do that
and
here too,
the career center, like they do have trade. They have like welding class, construction. We did computer hardware, cosmetology, dentistry, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like, which is, it's cool. You know what I mean? At some point, I just think really like when you've done the same math, the same this, same that, like honestly, I think you should probably spend your whole 4 years in high school at a trade school. You know what I mean? You should be finding something that you can do when you get out of school. Like you don't have to go to college, like which, in itself is a whole nother conversation of like how that's kind of a scam, and like it's like, dude, you just learn like even like what you do, like pipe fitting, dude, like learning how to weld, learning how to do that shit. Like you're not only a functioning member of society, but you actually have a skill. You know what I mean? Like you can do something with that forever, and even if like say you decide you want to do something different, you can always fall back on that. What I mean? You're not going to forget how to weld. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not going to forget those things.
Yeah, exactly. And I've talked about that a million times. Like, yeah, the college fucking fraud.
Yeah.
That we were all told, oh, you got to go to college, you got to go to college, you got to go to college. You know how many people I know that have gone to college and have higher, they have, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and I make more money than them. And I'm more employable than them.
I was gonna say, like I know people with degrees that couldn't get a job in like whatever field they were in.
I got a master's in art, fucking Renaissance history or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I got a master's degree in literature. It's
right.
Like, all right, sick. Can I get a side of ranch with that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you owe $100,000 to a school that didn't give a fuck about you.
Right.
They chewed you up, spit you out, and you colored your hair
then
blue.
that was
and
the
now,
other thing, dude.
now you got nothing from it.
I had some friends who did that where like they wanted to, I want to go to, MSU, I want to go to Central, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then what happened was they went there and got caught up more in the lifestyle than actually going to school, racked up $150,000 in debt, and they didn't finish their degree. Or like, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it happens, dude. It happens a lot, dude. Cause like as somebody who's been up there, like in the college towns and like have been to the the apartments, like, dude, it gets reckless up there. You're a young kid, 18 years old.
With freedom.
You don't even really know what it is you want to do, but you got pushed the narrative that you need to go to school. And now you're up here doing something where you're just essentially putting yourself in a hole for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? And like, I would argue that probably you'll never pay that money back with the interest on top of, like living. I just don't think.
Dude, I keep hearing about people getting their Social Security docked.
Yeah.
Because they owe on student loans still.
No, right.
It's like, what? Like you're at the end of your life.
It's almost like predatory at that point.
No,
like,
I was literally just about to say that I think it's honestly crazy that they will let kids, like, because
take out loans.
The scenario
and
you were kind of just talking about, like, I've heard that a lot. Like they'll let these kids like just build up all this fucking debt and like realize that they're not even really they're not doing well in the classes.
Right.
And like, yeah, dude, they'll leave college, no
It's
real.
absolutely predatory.
No,
it's absolutely
most definitely.
predatory because like you have first of all to make a permanent decision when you're 18 years old is insane. Like what 18-year-old is absolutely certain of what their purpose is.
Very
Like
new.
I've met probably one or two in my entire life that I was like, oh, they know what they want to do and they're absolutely certain about it, and this is the path that they've been set on. Maybe one or two. Like my little cousin, she's wanted to be a nurse for fucking like 5 years, and she's going to school for it now.
So that girl is gonna be a nurse.
She's gonna be a nurse, and she knows that that's what she wants to do. She knows the path. She knows the work that she's got to do, and she's excelling in that. That's great.
That's rare
The
though.
average person is not like that.
No.
The average person is like, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. I like art, but I like the trades. I like welding, but I also like comedy, but I also like skateboarding, but I also like.
And they don't really
What
know
the fuck am I gonna-
$50,000 is, you know. And you're like, hey, you're gonna be in debt this amount of money. They're like, okay, fucking hell yeah.
Yeah, and it's like $50,000 a year
But
now.
the way they
yeah.
sell it to you too is that like, oh, once you get that degree, you're gonna make all this money, but then you find out you're only making like $58,000 a year. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're like, dude, how the fuck am I
Dude,
gonna?
Paige has a master's degree, and she was like 7 years into teaching when we met.
Right.
And I made more money than her, and I was halfway
Right.
through my apprenticeship. I was like, seriously?
How long have you been doing the pipe? Like,
So I'm 7 years in now.
okay.
Yeah, so
all
I've been
right.
turned out for going on 2 years.
I will say that I've heard the whole teaching thing. That's a whole like you gotta really fucking want to be a teacher.
Yeah.
To be a teacher.
So to have a fucking master's degree
Yeah.
and make like $45,000
That's
is
insane.
crazy.
Dude. That's
to me.
fucking insane.
Yeah, I was
It's probably
I was
$45,000 a year in school.
right,
Like,
and I was doing apartment maintenance, making more money than
Right,
that.
training our future generations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you would think that you would want a little bit more
Right.
oomph in that department. But,
Right.
Yeah, my sister's actually she teaches at the career center and she does the dental hygienist class. But like she does okay. But you know what I mean? Like you would think it'd be more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just considering like just how everything has just kind of played out. Like I said, it's the future generations of your society. Like you want to give them the best chance. And how do you do that? Like the people that are training them, teaching them, give them an incentive to be a teacher. I know
Right,
a lot of
and-
good people that wanted to be teachers, but they're like, yeah, dude, I just didn't.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I
Yeah.
wanted to be a teacher. That was my number
Right.
one job that I wanted, other than doing comedy. And
Right.
I was like, no, there's no money in it. There's no
Right.
money in it. I
the
can't
thing
do
about
it.
like capitalism, like, because I've seen like a lot of posts like on Facebook, even like referencing why like veterans or like why people in the military might not make as much as like a professional athlete, but that's kind of like the whole. I won't even say beauty of it, but like because more people want to buy a sports jersey than they want to donate to like a veterans fund or something. So like teaching, for example, like definitely should be higher up on the list, but like us as a society doesn't necessarily care about the younger, like the youth having like good knowledge as we care about them just being like cogs.
Good cogs, yeah.
And so you're like, to be a good teacher and to be a teacher that's like fulfilling all the criteria you need to be a good teacher, like are two totally different things.
Well, you gotta attract. If you attract talent, you attract talent with money.
Right.
I mean, that's all it is.
Right. No, literally.
And if you're not paying the kind of money that is gonna attract good talent, you're gonna get lesser quality. I mean, that's just
Right.
how it is. Like
what you pay for.
some people will sacrifice the financial rewards because it's their purpose. And there's absolutely teachers who are amazing, hardworking people who sacrifice a career that could have made buku bucks to be a teacher because that is their purpose, and they
Right.
know that, and I need to do this.
right.
But not everybody's willing to sacrifice for their purpose. Like I really wanted to be a teacher. That was like one of my number one choices.
What
And
did you want to
I
teach?
wanted to be a teacher too when I was younger.
I didn't have a specific subject that I was like, I want to teach
Yeah.
this.
I was just
I
curious.
love science. I love science,
Right.
but like in general, I love helping people understand something. Like that's
Yeah.
really fun for me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And
And you need people like
But
that.
you look at the average salaries, you're like,
Right.
dude, 40 grand, 50
Right.
grand. What?
No, literally.
Like, oh, I got tenure and I'm fucking 40 years into my career and I make 65.
Right.
What?
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. And
Right.
you're spending a significant amount of your own money on your
Supplies.
I was just about to
On
say, and a
your-
lot of them
on your
teachers, like,
schools?
you can tell which ones care more.
Right.
Yeah, but
They're spending their own money.
right.
But no, those teachers that actually just like want to actually do the damn thing, like I've probably had one of those in my whole like
out of
school
100
career,
teachers
yeah.
that you had one.
and even maybe some of them like started off with that like passion that like
And then they get
I'm gonna help
beat
these
down
kids,
by
by
stupid
the society and
administrators.
not
Right.
getting paid good enough, and
and dumb administrators that are making 300 grand to tell them how to do their jobs.
Mhm. Right.
You know, which is a whole
It's
another
also hard, I
conversation.
think, too, like, is that, like, the generations have switched. So, like, now, too, like, as a teacher, you can't really, like, punish anyone's kid, I guess, per se, without, like, dealing with, like, some kind of repercussion, I
Oh, they
guess.
are on eggshells.
Yeah,
constantly.
literally. Like, you know what I mean?
not
like,
allowed to protect the kids, but
right,
they're
you're
also not allowed
like, to punish them
teach
or
the kids.
Yeah, like,
Oh, the teacher is absolutely the scapegoat
Right.
from every
For
direction.
everything,
Literally.
yeah.
From the administrators to the principal, and then from below from the parents. Like
Yeah.
everybody is going, "What the fuck?" And the
Yeah.
teacher is just like, "Dude,
I'm trying my best.
what do you want me to do?
Yeah, right.
You guys give me all these rules, and then you give me all these stipulations, and then I can't do fucking anything
Right.
by I have no autonomy."
Right.
And then you hold me accountable,
Literally.
not the administrators, not the school district.
It's like
not
when
the
I talk to my
principal. It's
parents,
all
like
on
they're like,
board.
dude, we've like feared our teachers because like, dude, they would literally like, I'm not saying that this was okay, but like they would pull out paddles, dude, and literally said they would like spank them like in front of the class and shit, like crazy shit.
Yeah, see, like that's
That's
not
a little much.
Yeah,
That-
No,
that's
I
so
get
much-
it, but like it's to the point where like it's more so on the lines that like they've created this environment where there was a bit of authority for the people in charge. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I'm not saying that
the pendulum has swung too
Right,
far,
yeah,
where
to-
the kids have the power, and you're like,
Right.
dude, what are you guys
Right.
thinking?
Give them damn kids an iPhone, dude, and they'll take over the world.
Right. Yeah. Right. Dude, we are at like 3 hours and 15
Yeah.
minutes. So
yeah, we can wrap it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
I really did enjoy this, dude. And
Yeah.
honestly, you're gonna have to. I don't know what way you're keeping in contact with him, but you're gonna have to shoot him the details of that comedy club you said on Wednesday.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
If
yeah,
I'm free,
I will.
dude, I'm gonna
For
have to
sure,
come check
dude.
that out. I don't even know if I've ever been to a comedy show live.
Ooh, come on out.
No, that'd be badass, dude.
Hell yeah.
No,
Dude,
man,
what are your socials and all that stuff?
Oh,
Just shout
so
yourself out.
we are Hyporium, Hyporium. You can catch it. I usually just tell people to just throw it into Google because we like one thing I like about our band name is it literally does. It's its own thing. There's nothing else out there that's named Hyporium. So you can get to our TikTok. You can get to our Insta, our Facebook. Most of the time, our tag is Hyporium.official. And then we also have, is it Hyporium.club?
Yeah, Hyporium.club is our website.
Is our website, and you can get to anything from there. We also have a link tree, which is like link.tree / like Hyporium, and that has all of our newest songs, all of our, basically all of our socials. But like I said,
You
Google
Hyporium, you'll find it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's the only thing that comes up, and it's nice actually for that regard. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you having us out, dude.
Dude,
No, I had a blast.
Yeah.
If you're ever
glad you guys
looking,
came
I
out,
don't know
man.
if you're looking for more, people to,
Always.
interview. I can always put out a feeler for that, for some other bands in our area or even around the area.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it's something you're interested in, but we'll be playing Michigan Metal Fest in August, and I don't know like if you have like a mobile setup, but like if you ever like wanted to come out to like a show or something and like try to get do like some interviews out there. I don't
That'd be
know,
sick.
however you want to
Yeah.
approach it. If you want to just do pop-up questions, whatever. And I'd be down to like work something out, like where to get you out there. Like, dude, I'm just a big fan of like spreading love and like getting,
Community,
Dude,
yeah,
yeah.
getting the
We all
community.
help each other grow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a sick idea, dude. I
Yeah.
love that. Fuck
So,
yeah.
and do you and your partner do this together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah. If you guys are interested, I can shoot you over some
Absolutely,
more details.
dude.
I
We
kept
have-
your number and so I can text you or whatever.
Yeah. And if you have bands or creators in general
Yeah.
that you want that you recommend that we have on, absolutely shoot me a text.
and I'll even like
I'm
reach
down.
out to a couple people and just say like, hey man, if you guys are interested, I know of this, and I'll get you in touch with them. Whatever.
I love it.
Yeah,
Hell
dude. So yeah, I really appreciate you having us, dude. It's really cool. If I
Dude,
can
I'm glad
shoot-
you guys came out. We
Yeah.
had a good conversation.
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yep.
Ultimate purpose is not survival. It's finding purpose in what you love. branching out and being like, hey, we're going to sit down and have a couple-hour podcast.
Is it? Is it, dude? Jesus Christ. We just like talked for 5 minutes. I'm like, is it though? I've always been inspired by this shit.
Yeah. Dude, that pizza was so greasy.
It was disgusting.
It was not disgusting.
Disgusting.
Good times, Noodle Salad.